last time, y'all fought some worms that came out of the ground and attacked a bunch of the cleaning people. You found a drow without a brain in the sewers there, and also a fireball happened. So we will go. Oh, I should preload all this.
Try an explosion.
And then a terrorism happened. Let's,
Terrorism.
And the terrorism.
It killed like 6 people or something, right?
Wait, 8, I think. Yeah.
It killed a bunch.
A lot of people.
That's scary as hell.
More than we've killed. Oh, wait, hold on.
Yeah, I don't know about that.
Why did this have to happen to us in the morning? Why couldn't this have been like an
happened to us? It happened near us.
I mean,
none of us have killed that many people all at once. Okay, so that's
true. True.
Yeah. Fair point.
11 people? What the fuck?
What?
They're
11?
uninjured, but on fire.
They got absolutely murked, dude.
Everyone here, the fire marking is corpses. They are all dead.
Uninjured corpses. Alright, got it.
Yeah.
Wait, hold on.
I smell fire zombies.
I don't like where
There's
that's
some
going. I don't
There's
think
some important looking
Double
people in here.
check the count.
I'm so scared.
Yeah, the first campaign had ash zombies, now we have fire zombies.
Look at
Yeah, I got upgrades.
Please, anything but zombies. Dude,
Not
who's
again.
this badass over here? Vincent Trench. He looks dope.
That's a strong name.
Yeah, it is. That guy's just powerful.
I gotta get this to
private
load.
investigator
Not
I
working
talked
for
to.
me.
Yeah, my game's not working either. It just went white screen.
Hey, me
Yeah,
too.
refresh if you're having problems. I got a preload. It's just that people joined.
For once, mine's actually working properly.
Please tell me this
Yeah.
little kid on the far right did not die.
Probably
Is
that.
he dead? Did you kill this little kid?
If he dies,
No,
he dies.
this kid is alive. He's
Okay.
got invulnerability.
Probably just
child
watch his
Skyrim.
We'll have to fix that.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
no survivors, no witnesses.
Yeah. No one witnessed this crime we didn't do.
Alright, I
clean
can't
this up.
see what's happening, but I will act through Gareth. I'll just blindly tell him what I want to do, and he can move me around.
Kind of along the same page. Yeah.
I don't
But
have
we
a
know it was
solution.
magical, right? You know it was.
Yeah.
Did we know it was magical? But did we know? Like, was it the fireball spell, or was it just like
It was a spell.
a
That's what he
large
said,
thing
I
of
think, yeah.
Yeah, I think
alchemist
someone did
fire?
a check that it was
Yeah,
a
as-
fireball spell.
As you guys exit
Okay.
and as you do a preliminary look around on this thing, this explosion is large enough that, I mean, you would assume it's got to be some kind of magic. Like, no, I mean, what else could cause this? Maybe a bomb, but you don't even really, you've never heard of a bomb like this. I mean, like a stick of dynamite maybe, but yeah, it seems explosive fire.
Okay.
So you'd put together that it's probably some kind of magic of some sort.
Is there a
Um,
source of water or a well anywhere?
There is water from like there's a back well of your manor. There's probably some wells and like pumps around.
Okay.
So just as a recap of what happened last time, as you guys were all gathered around in the morning, probably eating pancakes or whatever your morning routines are, like exercising, working out, or whatever, you heard this giant go off next to your manor. The windows of like the side windows towards this crossroad have been shattered by this air pressure. This heat comes emanating off and blows through the whole tavern. There's definitely slight damage to the manor, mainly the windows and the the blackened wood from the smoke coming off this area. And as everyone runs out, what you see is about 10 corpses. And some other people are gathering around. It seems like some people were in the area that were not hurt by this. They're still like gathering themselves. And there are other commoners further down the road that are looking in that direction. Some were screaming and running off, and it seems like it's calmed down a little bit. But yeah, what do you guys do immediately after you rush outside and see this?
Everybody's dead?
Everyone with this banner around them, there's 10 people that are dead. Everyone with the fire.
Is everybody else okay?
Yeah, I'll set their health to 0, the ones that are dead.
And the ones that aren't dead are fine? Like not...
They seem fine. Some of them seemed a little, like, slightly scratched up, but
I'll try to
mainly,
get
like,
to...
seemingly knocked down.
I'll try to get to the water source, I guess, and try to redirect the flow of water to the fire, either with whatever is there, or I'll use shape water.
Nice. Yeah. Yeah, there's still, there isn't like a raging fire, but there's little bits of these embers still going.
Alright, well, if our building's not in danger of lighting on fire, I don't really need to do that.
Yeah, it wouldn't take much, but yeah, it definitely clears the area at least.
I want to tell everyone here. There might whoever did this might still be here.
Yeah, Ebyn's gonna immediately start looking around and see if there's any people that aren't in a state of panic.
Let's see, who doesn't seem like in a state of panic?
Who doesn't?
This woman doesn't seem too panicked. Vincent doesn't seem too panicked either. But they seem a little shook up, but not really, not to the extent of the other people. This noble lady seems quite shaken up, as well as this child over here.
Yeah.
I think we might as well do a initiative just to see what everyone wants to do as you immediately walk out this place, and if there's anything you want to do right away.
Sure.
Am I still rolling initiative at advantage, or?
For the sake of this, I think it's fine just keeping the
That
first roll.
20.
That's a big roll.
That's
A big roll.
Go roll.
Might have to. Yeah, you'll have to. Oh, it doesn't matter.
Nice. Double ones.
I like it.
Impressive.
It's not loading for me, so yeah.
I'll
Gareth,
roll
if
it for
could
you.
Maybe roll. Thanks.
Are you
Yeah.
just
18.
waiting for it to load, or are you refreshing a bunch?
Well, before I was constantly refreshing it, and
I'm at 30%. Right
I
now.
waited and it popped in.
Yeah.
it's like
I
white.
I
and then
did a
it just
combination.
black with the anvil in the left corner, but then it doesn't look like it's loading anything anymore. So
Are you using Chrome?
I had the same stream or the
This is
same
Firefox.
issue, and it finally loaded. Like I just waited.
Yeah, I guess just give it a bit.
okay.
I'll take a screenshot just so you can see generally what's happening.
Okay, thank you.
Throw that in the Discord. Check you're not seeing secrets. Okay, no secrets. No secrets to be not seen. It's
No
uploading.
secrets here.
Cool. Torin, you are the first to bust out of the front of the manor and see what's happening here. Is there anything you'd like to do immediately? You see that they're these smoldering corpses. They're still identifiable, but these people have definitely been.
How bad is the fire
pushed by
still
the
going? Like around them? Is it still like ablaze?
No, it's just a bunch of little smoldering bits on the ground.
Okay.
These little embers that will put themselves out.
Torin's immediately gonna start running up to the edge of the fire where all these smoldering bodies are.
Okay.
Are you taking into account like measurements, like how far I can move and everything?
No, this is just generally what you're doing, so everyone gets a chance to take
Okay.
their turn. So
Alright,
don't worry
yeah.
about movement too much.
Torin's immediately gonna run up here and like the first two people, he's gonna reach in and like grab the collar of their shirt and like pull them out, like away
Okay.
from it.
Cool. Yeah, you just drag them out from the area a little bit. Cool. Do you just like bring them something like this?
Yeah,
a little bit away?
just out of like where the main blast was, just so they're not laying in there.
Okay. One of them is one of them's a gnome here, and the other one is a human dressed in black.
Okay.
You could potentially rummage around or see if there's any identifying things or anything, but they're definitely dead. So
All right.
they are.
I won't start going through their pockets. I'm just gonna bring them back and then like immediately like step back in front of them to go for more people to like get them away from the fire.
Okay. Yeah. Cool. Grumbo.
Is there 100% chance that these people are dead?
Yeah.
Dead.
There is a 100% chance that.
Okay.
there's no
Okay.
way.
I look at them and I'm like, oh damn! Not like, oh, I could bring them back with like CPR.
Yeah, it doesn't.
Okay,
seem
okay.
There is no life.
They're like burned. They're gone. Okay. Okay. I'd like to approach these folks up ahead. Who did this?
Vincent Trench will be smoking a cigarette as he always is, and just
cool.
kind of observing everything. This lady over here, half elf. Oh, actually, she's a full elf. She will say, I was just watering my plants in the greenhouse on the second floor of my shop, and the blast blew out the windows. Luckily, I wasn't injured, but well, I saw a cloaked man running away.
Which direction? Which direction?
Yeah, she will point towards the
Damn it, lady! Which direction?
towards the
This is
bent
no
nail.
time to decide.
Towards the bent nails. Towards the bent nail. And she will point that he seemed to run over this way and turn the corner immediately.
All right, I'm gonna. Well, unless that's all I can do, I'd like to shout to relay that information to everybody. I won't actually yell into the microphone.
Yeah.
But he went that way.
Krandren.
Okay, it actually loaded for me now, so I'm good.
Nice.
Well, hey.
So Krandren is in like full shell shock PTSD mode right now, seeing all this fire around and the big explosion, kind of flashbacks. So just very quietly walking up to the site of it all, and we'll start investigating to see if there's any signs of who did it and like anything left behind, any tracks. So
Sure. Roll a perception check. Roll a perception and an investigation. I'll give you
Okay.
two different things.
Double
yeah,
prizes.
I would take the time to actively investigate. So
Yeah.
Perception first.
Nice.
A 3.
Yeah.
Right.
You get the
Very
general
sad.
information. there was a
Seems to have been an
male
explosion.
gnome. A male gnome. Two of these people seem to be Zentarim. They very much look like the outfits
Better
you've seen so
investigation.
far. Yeah. You see what seems to be 3 servants here, noble servants. Their attire seems to be in line with working with the noble class. An elderly woman, and then 2 halfling males and 2 halfling females that seem to be they were like playing instruments on the side of the road. The investigation, you can tell just based on how people were positioned as you're walking up, and as Torin was dragging people away, that that the gnomes seem to have been moving either towards your tavern or just walking by it, but they seem to be moving in the direction of that. Let's see, do you get anything else? The investigation, you find a black snake tattooed on one of the Zentarim's arms. You find that the dead gnome has dry waste on his boots and cloak, and he's probably been in the sewers recently. Do you go through pockets at all, or do you avoid that? You're just scanning.
For now, just examining. If I see that there is Zentarim, I'll probably look through their pockets to see if they have any information on them.
Okay, let's see. You don't find anything really denoting what, like any information on them, or money of any kind. They seem to have been pretty traveling lightly.
But do I get the impression with everybody else that was caught in the fire, like, this wasn't like a large group of people that were targeted or something? It was just like people that were about their normal business? Seems like that kind of group of people?
Yeah. Yeah, you also put together, along those lines, that this seems to have been clearly an imprecise attack. Like, it got a lot of people that probably aren't important in the blast. That whatever did this, or however this happened, seems kind of not efficient, or yeah, the general sense you get.
Okay,
But
we'll take note.
nice. Moving on to Gur.
I think I'm just gonna move forward. And I heard Grumbo say that the guy was like over this way. Just gonna see if I can see him.
Yeah,
You
where is
don't
the bend
see him
nail?
immediately.
Which one?
The what?
Grumbo shouted out bent nail something, right? Where is the bent nail?
Yeah, so the bent nail's on the corner here.
Oh, okay.
Down here. So they turn the corner here, and that's what this elf lady saw.
Oh, okay.
As you look around the corner, though, you don't see anyone. It seems like they must have ran immediately. You could potentially go for chase, but
I don't think I'm fast enough. Is this kid over here? He looks obviously unhappy, but still safe.
yeah, he looks safe. He's mainly roll an insight check.
Oh wait.
13th?
There's multiple things. He's repeatedly kind of staring blankly towards the halflings that died. He is kind of huddled by a barrel on the side of the road there. You also get the sense of like nervousness over like just generally about him.
Alright.
Yeah.
Can I cast message? Take out my little kaleidoscope. Hey, are you okay? What did you see what happened?
Yeah, he'll probably freak out a little bit. And he'll say, I'm not sure. I'm not sure what I saw.
That's not
Who is
great.
this?
Oh, I'm the old man standing on the other side of the street over here.
Yeah, he'll scan around and then see you. And give a wave, a very small, timid wave. But he seems he's just looking over and
Right.
roll a perception check.
Perception. Not great.
Yeah, he's like a little squirmish at the moment, but you can't really tell what's going on.
Right.
Might have to
Just my one
talk
sec.
to him more.
Yeah, I'll start heading over to him.
Okay. Cool. V's.
Alright, well, seeing that Gareth took a look around and did not begin his chase, I'll assume that the person that went towards the bent nail is long gone, so... Well, let's go talk to whoever this lady is. Meow. Hi.
Cool. You see this noble lady, and all the nobles of Waterdeep are very showy in that they're nobles, so you immediately tell. She has this giant ruffled dress, and kind of this upturned nose as she's looking, and kind of like covering her mouth a little bit with a handkerchief, kind of really put off by this whole thing. And she's clearly quite wealthy. Yeah, so you just approach.
I approach and let's see, what's that word? Hang on. I'll approach and I'll just produce my. Actually, I don't have to conjure it, so never mind, because I have it. I'll produce the Order of the Gauntlet thingy.
Yeah.
And be like, hey, investigation. Tell me what's going on. You look like you've been standing here for a bit.
Are you with the gods?
Please literally look at this thing. Yes.
She'll look at it and she'll say, "Oh, well, you don't look like a god."
Undercover, thank you.
And did you ask what?
Yeah. But please tell me what you saw, in most detail as you can, please.
Well, I didn't see much of the explosion, but I swear I saw some kind of figure on top of the building. A puppet-shaped man. It was up on one of the rooftops up there. She'll point up to the roof
Oh my,
up above here.
that is interesting. Did you see them do anything?
I saw them hurl something that caused the explosion.
Oh.
Seemed like some small orb or something. It's
Uh,
dreadful.
All right, yes, that's been very helpful. What is your name, please?
Jezerin. Hornraven. And she'll put out her hand.
Shake your hand. Thank you, Karen. I will. You've been very helpful. Did you see anything else?
Not much. Just that strange automaton.
Automaton. Before I go, do you know where I might find one? Are they just hanging around? Do they do anything in town? Like, where they just creep out on roofs?
I don't know much about it. I've heard of such creatures, but I don't keep up with the technical whatevers of this town. I didn't know they could kill people. I thought they were simply puppets, but I didn't see anyone else up there with them.
Yes, there goes the first law of robotics then. Oh, wait a minute, Gur, and I'm going to run over to Gur.
Oh, yes?
Gur,
What happened?
don't you know where machine thingies are? Don't you have a don't you have a machine thingy orb?
A machine thing? Oh, yeah, I've got the orb. Why?
This lady said that there was a machine thingy on top of the roof. This one, and I'll point at the roof that we're just next to. He threw something down. Should we go hunting for machine thingies? That seems like
It sounds like a plan.
It seems like a description of a culprit if I ever heard one.
All right. How do we stay with the child? Let's go. Let's go find this machine thingy.
What, did you get any information from this child? Hello, child.
I mean, he's a child. I think he's scared and maybe he lost some friends.
Roll an inside check, V's.
I'm so good at insight. Let's go. 11.
Not bad.
Either he's shy or he's hiding something. He seems like he turns his body away from you a little bit and doesn't seem to want to interact.
Oh, but I want to interact with him. Hello, child.
Yeah, he'll just grumble.
No.
Hello.
No, hey, Gur, did you ask him any questions, or?
I asked him if he was all right. Other than that, not much.
I'm gonna...
Are your parents around? Do you live by here?
Yeah, he'll point at a building down the way.
But you should probably go to them. You know, let them know what's happened, make sure that you're okay.
Well, hang on, Gur. Let me put some of my charm on him. I'll squat down and say, hey, what? I'll pull some candy out of my pocket that I've been saving since I got here. Hey, I'm glad you're safe. Can you tell me? Did you see anything, or did you also see the robot man up at the top of the roof?
Yeah, he'll look up, kind of scared a little bit.
It's okay. You can tell Big Sis all about it.
I heard the loud noise and I hid behind the barrel, and I heard something fall into the barrel.
Oh, what fell? Maybe it was a piece of the robot. Can we see it? Can you show Big Sis?
Roll a persuasion. I'll say with advantage.
Yo, Big Sis, let's go! Cool advantage.
Yeah.
Nice 9.
He's like, he wants to engage in a trade with you. He has something in his hand, but he looks at the candy you have, and he says, something more.
Oh, he doesn't have rabbit pieces in his hands, does he? Something more? What do you want? I've got a bag full of marbles.
He'll look wide-eyed suddenly. He'll like start nodding.
Full to bursting.
Okay.
Here you are. I give him the bag of ball bearings. All one.
Yeah, he has this giant sack of ball bearings. And he gives you 2 beads in return.
Dang, I traded 1,000 beads for 2 beads?
Yeah, and he goes running off. Sucker!
Remember, Big Sis gave you that. I'll see you later.
Uh-huh. Roll a Arcana check.
Arcana check.
Gur, you can roll this as well.
I'll start
Sweet.
like take a look at it and then. Oh hey, 17.
And you know what it is.
Apparently.
Nice.
Well, maybe we don't know that yet. I'm gonna see if spinning it around on my finger will help.
Okay, let me double check real quick that it's 2 of them.
So it's just like two beads that I'm holding on, or
So, there is a thin wire that
okay.
attaches both of them, and both of you realize this to be a magic item, a necklace of fireballs.
Oh,
with
crap.
2 of the 3.
Oh.
Hey, girl.
Wait.
I think we kind of like aha at the same moment.
Oh.
I think
Wait a
this
minute,
is
wait a
what
minute.
did it.
Are these leftover fireball beads? Like, these are the fireballs that were used?
Can I sniff them?
I mean, sure. Roll
like
a
to-
perception check.
I would like to sniff the beads.
That's not a good idea.
Yo, 20 though.
It sounds like a great idea to me.
This is actually the smartest. You smell a clawing perfume coming off the
Oh,
beads.
what? This
Very
Wait a minute.
sharp perfume.
this Okay, I was expecting burning, but this is it smells like gaudy.
I don't know that word. What?
Well, here, give him a whiff. It smells like perfume.
Alright.
I was
I can
expecting
give
like
it a whiff.
robot oil. Do they have oil? Are they made out of oil? Girl, I don't mean to presume when I look about it.
No, they're not. They're not made out of oil. They probably have oil in them.
Anyway,
But I doubt the robot was just oiling over the bead. That doesn't make sense.
it smells like people, not well, forgive me to presume what an automaton is into, but it smells like perfume and not like, fireball.
So maybe it wasn't a robot. Why would a robot smell like perfume?
Well, I suppose you're right. We can't really go off of one account. Which one of us should hold on to this? Should it be me? You?
I feel like it's safer with you.
I'll put it on. I have a new necklace.
Alright? It looks very nice.
Thank you.
Try not to blow anyone up with it.
I will make a very stalwart attempt. What does it look like?
That's good enough for me.
I'm gonna jump on top of the roof. Or, sorry, walk up the side of the building on top of the roof and see if I can find any automatons, and then put the necklace on, and that's it for me.
Okay. Nice. Mr. Goof, as you get out of here.
Right. I walk out here to the right, and I just... Did I notice Krandren freaking out about the fire?
Honestly, probably not, just because, I mean, the fireball is the most, drawing thing. You wouldn't be really looking at Krandren. Yeah,
Okay.
I don't think you'd completely notice it. He seems to be really caught in investigating stuff now. Unless it was really evident, Krandren, right? It was more of an internal thing.
I mean, he could have had a very blank stare on his face and, maybe instinctively reached for his jaw. If you want, maybe you can roll an insight? I don't know.
Yeah.
Alright.
Yeah, if
I
you want
will.
to insight as you're looking amongst your friends, see if you notice.
Skills.
I'll say a DC 10, just a normal check.
DC 10.
Yeah.
Roll 1d10.
Just hit the insight on your character sheet.
Sorry. Okay. Insight.
Nice. Yeah, you do notice that Krandren seems a little shaken up by this.
So I'm looking here. I'm very sad to see this dead people. I am kind of shocked. I'm just trying to absorb what just happened. I'm just very interested in this body I have in front of me. I'm just focused on it, kind of in shock and awe that this happened. Yeah, I'm gonna defer my turn here.
You're gonna what? Sorry.
Just not gonna do anything else here. Just gonna be staring at this dead body.
Observing around.
Shocked.
Cool.
Oh, yeah, that's it.
Okay. Ebyn.
So, being the last out the door, Ebyn has no idea what's going on. He just sees death and destruction in front of him. So he's gonna turn to probably the person that he thinks is the most level-headed, and kind of rush up next to Krandren and say, "Krandren, what's going on? What do we know?"
Well, it seems that a fireball has just exploded in the middle of the street. From what I can tell, it doesn't look very well planned or targeted. Maybe there are two of these bodies or Zentrum here, but everyone else was just about their business. This is much more than I would expect to just go after two people. It's a message, maybe? I don't know. It's,
DM question. Since we live here, we've probably gathered, like, the level of foot traffic. Like, we have a pretty good understanding of how much foot traffic comes through here. Is this a lot of people, or is this normal? Is this, like, to have this many people in this intersection at this point during the day? Like, is that...
This seems pretty average.
Okay.
Yeah, you'd estimate that this is that much. There's also other commoners that aren't on the map here, so it's not like you're the only people on this corner. I just didn't include the like crowd looking around, kind of people looking in their direction.
I will say one thing, Ebyn. It seems like the Zentrum were headed our way when the explosion went off. I don't know what that could mean. So, we recently just received money from them, so I assume it was on the good terms. But then again, I can't tell nowadays. Nothing makes any sense.
We seem to be caught up in a lot of things recently.
Exactly.
Interesting.
V's just ran up the side of that building over there.
Oh, did she see someone?
Perhaps she saw something, or talked to someone. So.
Okay. And with the rest of whatever movement I might have over the course of that conversation, I'll start making my way towards V's.
Okay, yeah, you can get in the general vicinity here.
Oh, hi there.
You could potentially say something, or you could end your turn there. If,
No, I mean that's 6 seconds, right? So.
Yeah. This is more. It's more open-ended, but.
Yeah, I don't think we're doing like turns. We're just sort of ordering
the order that we're doing
events.
stuff. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, cool. If that's that.
Yeah, that's it.
Anybody up here?
After this,
Did that like still like on fire, or is this just the animation of
I think they're just dead.
Yeah, this is just to show who's the dead ones here.
Okay,
the fire.
okay. They're not
So-
actually still.
No,
burning.
they're not. They're not actually. Yeah, I couldn't find a good animation to make it clear they're dead. But after these few minutes of everyone doing their own thing, the guards start rushing in. That is mainly what you see. Guards from different parts of the town. These you see a Griffin rider, like scanning the area, circling around this. There's still quite a bit of smoke coming off this street corner.
I'm gonna make it obvious that I'm looking around, like I've got my hand to my forehead to make it obvious that I am not a bad person. I'll wave up at them too.
Yeah.
At the Griffin Rider, lest I get swooped.
Yeah. The guards want you to want everyone to move back. As they're moving in, they'll say, "This is a crime scene. Get back!" And we'll push people to kind of cordon off this area.
Is anyone there from the Lord's Alliance, or is it all the local guard?
Roll a perception.
Okay.
Ebyn, should we take this opportunity to
Can.
head over to wherever you think we might have some good opportunity to find some the automatons?
Is that north, or is that... Because we're getting two different reports. We're getting automaton set up bomb, and also person ran over to... What was it? Something nail? I forgot.
I'm very
Place up for
interested
that.
in automaton throwing something that kills 11 people.
That's a good point. Yeah, let's find automaton then. Is that north?
Is it? You're the one that knows where we can find automatons.
Oh, you're just looking for automatons in general. I thought we were looking for the one specific guy that, set off the bomb.
The one that set up us the bomb?
Yeah. I mean, if we're looking for just general automatons,
Well,
would
I don't think we're going to find anybody that belongs to this crime scene, but that's my train of thought. I think if we just find out more about constructs, that would be a good place to go.
I mean, if we're talking about finding constructs, probably going back to the Church of Inspired Hand.
Should we do that?
Or is there anywhere else that Gur would know to find these things, or where they might be made?
That is up to you to decide. There's nothing more from your history that it's just everything that's played out since then. So it's not really a roll as much as wherever you decide to go with it.
Oh, I'll go wherever Gur decides to lead me, or he says that we should go.
All
I
right.
will say roll a history check, Gur.
Let's recheck.
Okay. When you looked into that, like, mechanical ball realm thing, the creatures you saw in it weren't humanoid. But that doesn't mean there isn't humanoid creatures there. But yeah, you're not exactly sure if they're the same thing, but it's definitely possible.
I mean, worst case scenario, we could always open up this bad boy and see what we can find in there.
Let's wait on that.
We got a door. We have a door to somewhere.
Let's solve this problem before we create another one.
Oh, okay.
Uh,
Yeah.
Should we?
I mean, I
Yes.
didn't see anybody Lord's Alliance in there, or
You do see one constable from the Lord's Alliance. You're not sure of their name, but Mr. Goof you recognize
Yes.
Seth Cromley from your from the previous.
Yeah, I
Lord's
shout out
Lion
to him.
trip.
I'm shouting out to him. I like trying to get his attention and telling the guards, trying to come in, and I'm just trying to see what are the guards doing, like with these two dead bodies. That I'm trying to get his attention to see if he can talk to me or I can talk to him.
Yeah. He converses back and forth with this other pudgier figure next to him. He notices that you want his attention, and he just he like raises his hand like he'll be with you in a moment. This pudgier figure is looking amongst the corpses and giving his own kind of investigation, which goes on for like 5 minutes at least, 5-10 minutes.
Krandren would show his Lord's Alliance insignia in order to try to speak with the person that he recognizes.
The guard will look back, and he'll get Seth's attention. And Seth will come up and say, "What is it then?"
Hey, you remember me? I just met you the other day. We were here when this happened. We got a lot of information. I think this fellow here was the target, or somebody here was the target, and there's just a lot of casualties. What have you found? Let's collaborate in this investigation together. Let's get to the bottom of this.
Yeah, he'll move forward and he'll say, "Well, you're the one that gave us that anonymous tip the other day. That was pretty useful, although we haven't found too much of that elf killer." He'll look over at the manor, and he'll address both you and Krandren and Torin at the back as well. You guys own this place then? He'll
Yes,
have
we
like
do.
a little baton. He motions in that direction.
Yes, as a matter of fact, we do.
Oh, this is my friend here, Krandren. We both actually witnessed what happened that day. I look over at Krandren and not sure if give him tell him somehow or give him a look that we should be not sure if I'm trying to look into him, telling him I'm not sure what we should tell him about a whole situation or status, but I cannot tell him this is the person I talked to about the drought that we saw. Although he doesn't believe us. I cannot tell him that he doesn't believe that it's a drow. I cannot turn back to him and say, why don't you think it's not a drow? As from our previous conversation.
I haven't seen drow in this city for a long time. I frankly don't think they're about. It's like saying it was some kind of boogeyman.
Well, I'm aware of what shot me.
Yeah.
But anyway, on to the task at hand. In our current situation, I had noticed that there are some Zentrum corpses amongst the bodies there. I don't know if you know of any activity from their organization in this area, or if there would be a reason for them to be targeted. Does this seem like the work of the Xanathar?
I wouldn't know one way or the other. I heard that the Xanathar has more spellcasters, but I frankly don't know. I know they fight amongst each other. I know that the Xanathar would probably cause as much chaos as possible, but I'm not too sure where to go with this. Fortunately,
Do they usually in their gang war that they're having, is there usually this much collateral damage?
As
Innocent
they're
getting hurt?
talking, I want to approach the body and investigate it further. Maybe search for pockets and like what do they carry?
Yeah. They will. Seth will put a hand out and say, "Unfortunately, I think it would be best if you left this to the guards."
And then I say, go ahead then.
I am happy to offer our services in this matter. We do have a vested interest in this being resolved.
To answer your question, I think that whatever these gangs fight amongst each other, they don't care about anything but winning. So I wouldn't expect them to plan either way.
I see. So senseless. Very well then. Yeah. Okay. I'm trying to think of like what else Krandren knows in character about this situation, but I don't think there's much else. So I think I'll hold off. Maybe just asking. So, how long do you think this area will be closed off? Some of my compatriots are on the other side over there.
We have to cordon off the area, make sure the bodies get to, well, we're taking them to the City of the Dead to have the proper services, make sure that they all have gentle repose cast on them so that we can do proper investigations, see if any of them have, well, people who know of them, stories of what they've been doing today. An investigation in general. I'd say probably for the rest of the day, at least.
Can we at least rejoin our allies?
Yeah, he'll motion that you guys can make your way through. Yeah, and the pudgier figure is just, he's going through.
I'm looking.
Yeah.
I'm very curious what these people are doing here.
Yeah,
If they're
what's
doing
up
their
with
work.
the big guy?
Yeah, so Torin, do you want to make your way through? It sounds like you guys are maybe going this way, working your way through this way.
Trying to get the party together. Right.
Yeah, maybe just as while they were talking to him, Torin's gonna check back in the manor, just make sure that everybody that's inside the manor still is okay.
Okay, yeah. The halflings seem a little bit rattled, but it seems like everyone's good. Cyb will pop his head out and say, "Floor rumbling! This doesn't happen. I'm scared."
It's fine. Just stay in the manor. Don't go out today. Something happened. Just work on getting these windows fixed and everything.
And yeah, you can make your way to the rest of the group. Everyone seems fine. Cyb will contemplate how to fix windows.
Trying to scream at Grumbo, hey,
Yeah,
going
same.
this way.
Like jumping up, trying to get everyone's attention.
Yeah.
I'm over here.
Yeah, they're gonna word is gonna go through the guard, and they'll allow you to go through if that's what you want.
Through the
I'll say
flames.
so. Krandren and Mr. Goof, you can make a perception check as you shuffle your way past to see if you can
Perception.
see.
So good at those. Let's see.
Am I in advantage or normal?
Yay, 4.
It's normal.
Normal.
Very one-track mind, Krandren. Very.
Yikes.
You can tell that this gnome had had quite a few pouches, and he could potentially have quite a lot of things in them. You see that the pudgier figure like kind of messenger bag. Like there's a bigger messenger bag, but that's all you see. You can't tell what's inside it. And the messenger bag is open. But yeah. That's all you get as you walk past. But
Are there any entrances to our building from the outside?
Yeah, we can everyone can potentially either go back in the manor or meet up wherever. I don't know what the plan is, but everyone can meet up if that's the.
Yeah, I just want to tell the group that I'm very suspicious of this, and that I'm thinking of going invisible, and just I don't know, stay with the body and investigate first, see if I can find out what she actually had.
Are you particularly sneaky, whether you're invisible or not?
Not. Never mind. You know what?
If you want, maybe we can. I would suggest maybe the sneakiest of us go for it. I'd look over to Ebyn. So.
Oh yes, I can do something like that. Can you make other people invisible?
Yeah, you did it to me when we were fighting those worms the other day.
Oh,
what do you think, V? What do you want to do, V?
It might be out for a second.
All right. Mm-hmm. So.
Oh. What are we doing?
I guess we're trying to figure out should we try to send Ebyn in to continue to check out the crime scene while invisible.
Ooh, Grumbo's pretty sneaky.
I can cast invisibility on somebody. They're leaving now, so it's either now or never. We can go left or right.
Would
here,
be
right?
for Ebyn. He's definitely the most experienced.
Hey, well, what do you want to do?
I'm going. As long as the spell holds, I can get in, listen, watch, leave. How long does it last?
That sounds like a plan.
How long does invisibility last?
Ebyn has no clue.
An hour, if nothing, if you don't do anything, like take an action or something, you know.
Okay.
Like an attack.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, you could definitely do that. Seth seems to be talking to the Pudgier figure. And they're not leaving, but they're conversing amongst each other.
But if we're going to do this, we should probably do it soon.
Yeah, I cast invisibility on.
All right.
Ebyn.
On Ebyn.
Cool.
Best of luck.
Yeah, you'd probably want to go around the corner
Around,
into it.
Yeah. There's.
Okay. Ebyn is cloaked. As you can move through the guards without any problem.
And Ebyn will attempt to do just that.
Okay.
Just quietly, very deftly make my way towards the front line of guards and see if they're just stationed there, if they're moving, or if they have some sort of patrol.
Yeah, I'll say you can clamber on the barrel that the kid was hiding on, and you can just make your way through.
Okay. Does that make a lot of noise, or?
I think I'm gonna say being invisible. They're not looking for invisible people. You've got free reign of doing whatever.
You're sneaky.
And then I can just weave my way through these dead bodies, or?
Yeah.
Is this fresh first round, or is it just small?
It's all good. I mean, yeah, it's there's no. You can do basically whatever, and I'm not gonna take away the invisibility.
I'm gonna try to make my way probably over here to the side of the building, get within earshot of the people having a discussion.
Yeah. Let's see. Roll a perception check just to. They're kind of conversing a little bit quietly.
Is this sight based or no?
It is just hearing.
Okay.
Okay.
9.
So, you hear some of the things that they're talking about is this man's name is Barnabas, and Seth keeps on referring to him as that. And he's just conversing about his thoughts on the situation, that that the gnome was being pursued by these Zhentarim, that the gnome doesn't seem to be associated with the Zhentarim, and that based on his investigation, there was a third Zhentarim member, which was probably the person who ran towards the bent nail. And he talks about how Barnabas talks about how he wants to question the tavern owners, and he also talks about how nobody here saw the blast coming, that no one was ready for it, just based on their positioning. Like, nobody seemed to be shielding themselves or taking cover. And yeah, that's just generally what you get about their conversation back and forth.
Does
Anything
it
else
seem like
you
they're...
want?
No, does it seem like they're closing up the conversation, or...
It seems like the next thing they're gonna do is question you guys, the tavern owners, Troll Skull.
Okay, so I guess start heading back to the party. It seems like they're not going to really disclose any more information to one another.
Okay, cool. Yeah, you can make your way back, and they'll take a little bit and then do the same. Head over there.
So during this time, has anyone are we all sharing information that we've
Yeah.
collected individually?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Everyone can know everything from each other at this point, including what Ebyn brings back. Ebyn can relay everything he heard.
Become visible
Uh-huh.
around the corner. Make sure no one else can see other than the party.
I can dispel it if I have to.
Yeah.
And then come back to the rest of the party.
So
Yes, so the one gentleman, his name is Barnabas, and it seems like the one gnome that was involved, that I think you dragged out Torin, was on the run from the two supposed Zhentarim figures. And the going theory is that there was a third individual, which was probably the one that ran down to the south over by this building. And it seemed like a surprise attack. From what they gather, no one was shielding himself from the explosion, the spell. No one saw it coming. So even the Zhentarim didn't know.
Interesting.
And you said they want to talk to us now?
Yes,
Seems to
I
be
suppose they're
our
coming
prime
this way now.
lead?
Yes, well, it happened right next to our property, so we probably wouldn't know what we saw, what we heard, anything.
And we saw, they're probably long gone now, but they went south, right? And that's what
Yes,
we...
they went towards
Uh-huh.
this building. I don't remember the name.
Bent.
Douglas doesn't remember the name of the building. Ebyn does.
That's
Yeah.
I do know that one of the Zhentarim did seem to have been going through the sewers lately. So if there's a sewer entrance down there, that's perhaps the way they went.
Yeah.
That's a good start.
Are we looking for the Zhentarim, or should we look for the one up?
You're
Or
mentioned
the thing.
yes, Gur, you had mentioned a puppet man. The
Hitman?
the puppet-looking person, that the automaton.
Yeah, the automaton.
Yes, doesn't that sound a little bit like the that festival that's been happening lately? That could it be connected to them? Maybe.
I mean, to the festival people themselves, maybe not. But if there's
If they're coming
people
into
that are
town.
automatons,
If
that's a
it's
good point.
from out of town and different from normal occurrences, it's a potential lead.
So wait, what about this kid?
What about the kid?
Did he had the necklace? A fireball necklace?
I mean,
Yeah,
the kid
that.
found the necklace in the barrel. Supposedly, it was dropped from the building.
And on top of the building was the puppet person.
Okay.
I think we can all follow the line there. Seems clear to me anyway. That's why I'm so gung-ho about it.
And it's got a good point, though. If there's gonna be, even if there is an automaton, hiding out at that parade is probably the best thing for it. Who would ever tell the difference?
Blend right in.
DM, out of character question, how would any of the players know that like a speak with that spell exists?
Roll a. I'm going to say yes. I'm going to say that at least one of you have heard of it, and I'll say Ebyn, you can bring it up. You know.
Sure.
You know, I don't know if this would be helpful or not, but it just occurred to me. I have seen some divine individuals in the past speak with the recently deceased. I don't know if any of you hold that power, or if maybe we can find someone who can. I don't know. They seem to have the incident site well cordoned off. They might be thinking the same thing.
Yeah, they might be.
It would
I
be
don't know.
very useful for investigators to be able to do that. So I'm assuming they would be able to do that as well.
I don't think it would be of use to us, though. I mean, what are the odds of getting a cleric over here just to do that, and then they'd let us through and hear? I don't know. It sounds like a full hassle.
Just more information, though.
Yes, but I think
this point,
what
we
Gareth
need more
said is we can
information.
get that information.
Oh, and these about the necklace. They might want to take that as evidence.
Oh, yeah,
Well,
it's clearly
I
a
don't-
murder weapon. They're not getting it.
Do they even know it exists right now?
Probably not.
Well, it all depends on what we say next.
So why don't we just not tell them about that?
Why don't we just
Perhaps
leave?
hide it.
I thought we already left. Look back over
Yeah,
his
let's
shoulder.
just
Oh no!
Yeah. I guess we can talk to them later.
They are specifically watching that you don't leave. If they do, if you guys
Yeah, I have a
start
feeling
leaving,
we're not. Yeah,
Uh-huh.
we're
We're
not
not
gonna
gonna get allowed. Yeah.
Oh. Well, they could have told us that before.
Only if we
They just sort
had
of shut us off.
an attorney that could get us out of this situation.
Yeah, I want to go forward here. I think I can persuade them to leave us alone for the time being.
All right. Work your magic.
Yeah, Seth will
Oh,
come
hello.
forward.
Hey, guys. Try to distract
there.
them. Yeah. You're looking over this way. Yeah, so... How can we help you?
Well, we got a few questions, especially me and my partner here. And Seth will motion towards Barnabas.
Very progressive of you.
And Barnabas will extend his hand out to shake yours.
Yeah.
Yeah, he takes your hand and like grips it and shakes it vigorously with both hands, and he says, "I'm Barnabas Blastwind. Pleasure to meet you."
Oh, alrighty. I like your enthusiasm. So, I know Seth. Hey, Seth. So, I know the owners. What can we help? I think we want to solve this. I think we can help each other out. We give you all information. You help us. We think this. We should be able to come to a very healthy and productive relationship here.
Oh, definitely. He'll look amongst the group behind you and say, well, I just have a question or two for the group of you. It will only take a second. I wouldn't worry.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Yes, my friend. Well, to tell you the truth, they all seem to be very impacted by this. If we could have just a few moments, if we can schedule this and we can come to you to talk. Right now, I think my friends need a little some time alone. If you have some questions, I can relay them to them and get back to you. I know we can. If you can please let us have a few moments of silence and peace.
Roll a persuasion at disadvantage.
Okay.
Unfortunately, they really need to talk to everyone, and it's going to be hard.
Freaking cops. Freaking.
Yeah,
Double nat 20, here it comes.
Here we
Bring
go.
it up.
Persuasion.
it's possible.
Disadvantage?
Disadvantage, don't worry, it's gonna be 2 nat 20s.
Damn it.
Dang it.
Unfortunately, yeah, that is not quite enough. As he'll say, it'll only take a moment. I am sorry that such an event would occur, and I'm sure that these people are, well, emotionally shaken, but
I know Krandren.
Moving past.
Who are the owners? Everyone's the owner, or Krandren?
Yeah,
guess
it's like
we're
a
all the
weird
owner.
joint
we're all
owning
the owners.
situation.
Yeah.
You own
Yeah.
equally every part of the building.
So
it's very unclear.
In
Including
here,
Badu.
including me?
Including Badu.
Oh yeah, Badu.
Yeah,
Badu owns
Badu
part of
to
it as
know.
well.
yeah, so
I'm
Seth
sorry,
and
guys.
Barnabas will approach the group. Everyone together.
I tried to introduce everybody here, as I known them for a long time, trying to make this a very friendly situation.
Yeah. Yeah, you introduce back and forth. Seth will say, well, it's in your best interest to be forthright with the Lord's Alliance. I have my investigator here. He's with the Order of Magus and Protectors. So,
Ordered. Oh wow, I've heard about you. Sorry.
yeah,
Thorin's just rolling his eyes.
Yeah, he'll Barnabas will just move forward and say, so, I'm guessing the group of you are customers at the Troll Skull Alley, or do you own this place?
Oh no, we own the Troll Skull Manor right over here. We're fixing
yes.
it up. It's still not open for business yet, but it's a work in progress.
Well, I would assume that you were just going about your business. What were you doing before this explosion happened? Have you seen anything?
Pancakes? Pancakes?
Pancakes. That's
Yeah, we were eating
pancakes.
pancakes. Oh yeah, the pancakes were great. Sorry. How is this gonna help the investigate better these questions? Sorry to ask, but I just want to be the most of help here, and we're willing to help. But I'm trying to understand why
Unfortunately,
have you
it
come
is
to this
just
conclusion.
Unfortunately, it is just formalities. I need to talk to everyone. I am sure that you wouldn't cause a fireball explosion next to your tavern. That wouldn't be
Right,
very good
inside
for
him.
business.
Not
yeah,
on purpose, at least.
roll a insight. Yeah, pretty good. He's suspicious of you, and he's making it seem that it's all formalities, but he doesn't think you did it, but he isn't ruling it out. But yeah, he's just approaching you in general. Well, if you haven't seen anything, you wouldn't happen to know the gnome amongst those.
Just
corpses
because
there.
we're gnomes. All gnomes gotta know each other, apparently.
Yeah, he'll give a little laugh.
No, I think my friend means no. We don't know. No.
Oh no, that's my cousin. That's my cousin over there. Obviously, we're all related.
I chuckle nervously and look at him like.
All right. Okay.
Seth approaches he's getting a little rustled up about the sass, and Barnabas actually puts a hand in front of him and starts laughing, like a big hearty laugh. Oh, all gnomes know each other. Oh, what a joke! Good one, isn't this, Seth? And he'll nudge Seth a little bit, and he'll take a second and be like, yeah, good one.
Well, I'm glad at least one of you has a sense of humor.
Well, if there's nothing else, then I would leave you back to your business then. And he will go jauntily moving off, and Seth will follow behind.
You know where to find
Unless
us.
there's, yeah.
You live right there.
Anything else, but doesn't seem like there's anything else, so they will go working their way back to the crime scene. And you guys see that there is a priest.
The
as
magister
well.
there?
A magister. There isn't a magister
Around?
here,
No.
but yeah, there's just a priest which is dealing with this at the moment. Mainly, there seems to be a group of people moving the bodies, and basically doing that whole, moving them to the city of the dead. The Griffin Rider seems to be. You don't see them in the air anymore. They seem to be scanning a larger area at the moment. But yeah, you guys are left in the road there.
Alright,
So-
I guess we got us out of trouble, but I think we should tell them later what we found here, because I feel they might be able. They have good intentions, it seems.
Well,
The way
we're
I see it,
already
we have two options going
we're
forward.
already hiding stuff from them. So
If
I
we're
don't
going-
think going back on that.
If we're going to tell them
I wouldn't
later,
say
why
we're
didn't you tell
hiding
them
anything.
now?
They didn't ask, and we didn't tell.
Kind of like the idea of telling them something just to gauge their response. You know, see how much they actually know.
Tricky.
But the way I see it, right now, if you wanted, we could possibly track down that Zentrum agent that got away.
Yes, I agree.
Seems more likely, unless you know specifically where we might be able to find this automaton.
I think it went north. Not much of a lead to go on there, to be honest. Did you see
don't
the
even know what it
automaton
looks
while you were up there? It's a robot thing.
I took a look around, but I didn't see any puppet people.
Hmm.
I think we're not going. This is
Maybe we
just
can split up.
This is just pessimism here, but we've been standing around and delayed and detained. I think we're not going to find any of them unless we
Oh.
find their place of hiding. We're not going to chase them down at all.
I think the sewers
think
might be a good
They've
start.
had an ample head start.
I think the float idea is actually a good idea too.
It is a good
Maybe we should meet up with those people and see if they've heard of anything. See what they have. They have automaton people just sort of wandering amongst their midst. Maybe they have information.
You'd also
Well-
mentioned House of Inspired Hands as an option, I think.
Yeah, but last time we went there, it wasn't very helpful. I don't know.
Did that
Right, they
kid
didn't
get to
even
see
know.
what it looked like?
What? No, I
the
don't think he
kid-
saw it.
Okay.
The child didn't see anything. He hid. The
Oh,
the lady that I spoke
child
to.
Child totally ripped these off too. Oh, it's a good one.
Yeah, I lost 1,000 marbles in exchange for 2. I feel scammed actually.
It's a pretty bad deal, it sounds like.
I don't want to
Yeah,
talk
mentioned-
about it.
You had mentioned
Should
the
have seen
smell
the smile on his face.
also, right?
The lady across the way that's standing next to Mr. Trench, he's the private investigator I talked to the other day. She said she saw it. It being the puppet person.
And she had to have been right to some degree, because this is where the necklace fell.
A quick question, V's. Did that lady that he spoke to, did she smell of perfume at all?
I would like to recall my senses.
Sure.
Was she smelly?
She was, but it was a different scent of perfume. It was much more fruit kind of smelling. This one roll a nature check.
A nature check. No, she smelled like bananas.
I could
Banana
help
one.
with that. I've got proficiency.
Natural.
I've got training in nature. If what? Okay.
You smell the necklace?
Everyone wants a whiff of the necklace now. This is funny.
Yeah, I mean, if you,
I
if
mean,
you
yeah.
want to sniff the
What
necklace,
does?
Randy,
I want to smell the
smelling it.
necklace.
Torin's not
I wanna
sniffing any necklaces.
I'm smelling it.
I'm
You guys
smelling the
have fun with
necklace.
that.
19. Okay.
What is this again? Is this
Just
perception?
weirdos passing around beads, smelling them in the street.
It smells like lilac.
You don't know where those beads have been.
Exactly.
Oh no.
Oh, what kind of beads are these?
So, Krandren, you can tell that this is, you've been working with, like, the Lord's Alliance, and people come through with, there are nobles that come through quite often, and you can tell that this perfume scent is not a cheap kind of, easy to get. It is clearly quite, costly. This floral scented kind of perfume, and it seems pretty. You'd assume that the person would have to, like, someone would have to have this for a while in order to have this pick up the scent like this, unless like a perfume bottle was just like put on it, you know.
Just smear it
So,
with perfume.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. So someone must have had this for a while, and it's pretty
Harry.
fancy.
If not the automaton, then whoever gave it to the automaton.
Wait, I have an idea.
Yes.
Go on.
If the perfume is extremely expensive and only the nobles would know, why don't we take the beads to the noble woman and have her see if she can figure it out?
Oh, great
Be
idea.
prepared
Just push
to
our
lose-
responsibilities to someone else.
Be prepared to lose those beads the moment that the the investigators catch any scent of it.
Can we do that when there aren't a bajillion gods around?
Is she still standing there? Is she just watching?
Yeah, she's around.
Do you think
No.
we would be able to, like, get her attention to draw her away? Because
I don't think
she's a
she's
noble
related.
woman, so I'm assuming she would recognize.
I mean, don't we know a nobleman?
We-
Rainier?
Oh,
I
that's actually a good
Yeah.
point.
Rainier would be much more friendly and much more forthcoming with information.
Yeah.
For
I
some
mean-
reason, I feel like if we asked that lady a question, she wouldn't. If she knew the answer, she
Well-
wouldn't say it.
Well, V's, but I mean, you're ladylike. You could ask her, being a lady.
If we were to go in the sewers, though, we risk losing the scent on those beads. I wonder if we could preserve it, or maybe not go there. What do you think?
We can split up,
The
get
obvious
a little league,
solution.
and do both things. Those both sound like good plans. I fear losing the
The
scent
longer we
also.
talk, the less.
Rainier's a safer bet, I guess, so I guess we should just go talk to him about this before we go diving in sewers. The sewers.
If the parade's still going on, I think we should really go to the parade, people.
It's
Is
still
it-
going on?
Is there a parade going on today?
All through this month, as you were escorting the dung sweepers, they had different kind of parades, events. Sometimes they'd go through the city, and sometimes they would just be, they would have their own kind of Renaissance fair type of setup.
Yeah. Let's go
It
to the
was
fair.
especially a few days ago, the Day of Wonders was a big day where it was like the biggest showing.
And now I'm wondering. Actually, instead of going in the sewers, we could just try to find Davil.
Who?
If the Zentrum are involved.
Davil? I mean, he normally always hangs out at the yawning portal.
As does Rainier.
True.
Maybe that's where we should go next.
And I mean, the parade should just be in that same general area too. So
Well, yeah, as we're going down south, right? So,
Yeah.
Usually, I think the parades are over here, right?
Yeah, they're in the dock ward, the south dock ward mainly.
Okay, so same direction anyway. Yep.
So who's going to the yawning portal? Who's going to the fair?
I mean, I could go talk to Davil since, you know, none of you guys have really talked to him before.
If you'd like, I would like to meet him.
Yeah, you can come along too. I don't see why not.
Either way, we're all walking in the same direction. So, or taking Lamb, however you want to get there. But
I'm riding on Badu.
Rainier and I are basically best friends. I'll ask him the question about scent.
I pull out my flute. I'm kind of excited that we're going to the festival.
Uh-huh. Nice.
All right, that's the mood, Goof.
Well, you guys take a walk down to the yawning portal. Anyone who wants to go in can go in.
I mean, I feel like we're all going in.
Hopefully this preloading actually did preload and you guys won't have a huge load time. But
Oh, that's 60%.
70 for me. I'm staying there. But
Yeah.
a lot of leads from this thing, but we can only choose like one or two at a time to investigate. So
yeah.
I feel like this can go so many different ways.
I gotta go stop my dogs from barking at the neighbor dogs. Grumbo's gonna go inside and order drinks until everybody leaves, at which point he'll join you.
Hey.
Grumbo will drink as many beers as possible between the time we get there and the time we leave.
Wait, how much money did each of us get? Did we break that down? So
And no.
Yeah. I had that up.
it was 350 reward for the job that we did, and then
Yeah, so that's for everyone total, and then 50 each.
50 each. Yeah,
That's
okay.
even Mr. Goof. Get that.
Yeah.
Is there actually
What's Badu gonna do with all that money?
How do you like to keep track of that?
There
on your
should be a
character sheet.
spot on your character sheet. So everyone gets 100 gold if everything's split evenly.
Alright.
So
I'll roll with that. But
Sounds good to me.
100 gold?
uh-huh.
Well, okay. Yeah, I forgot. GP, right?
yep,
Yeah, GP gold.
150.
big old bag.
Excuse me, we're in Waterdeep. That's 100 dragons.
Dragons.
Dragon. But how many nips is that?
Many.
Oh God.
It's many, many
God
nips.
no.
I want to get paid in nibs.
From now on. I
Just
will not
pay all
accept
that
any
matters
other
They
in
form.
count it out
in
one at a
nibs.
time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, 1 nib, 2 nibs,
I mean,
3
it's
nibs.
how I get my materials, you know? I just
Four
get paid
nibs?
in nibs, I melt it down, bam, I get stuff.
Is there a law against destroying currency in Waterdeep?
Probably.
I mean, what do you care? You don't pay taxes.
Fair.
That's true.
Fair.
For the sake of this and load times, we'll just have it on the main map here.
It's because you
All
got
good.
assets pointing to 5e.tools, so it has to time out first on each of them.
Oh,
That's what I was trying to.
okay.
That's what I was trying to explain.
okay.
Has to time out, so you gotta refresh.
No.
Yeah, it just has to say like error and then anyway. Why is now the main map all freaked up? Do you guys actually see things on the main map?
I'm currently.
I see white.
All white for me.
I just see the main map, nothing on it.
Just
Oh,
Yeah,
there we go.
same.
Okay, it popped up.
Yeah, it's just blank. No
Tell-
tokens.
I just got a white page.
tell us what happens, Gareth. Describe
Yeah.
the scene. We'll do it the old-fashioned way.
Yeah, I'm
Good
gonna
of the mind.
restart the server, but
You
Yeah,
don't need to
so,
restart it. I trust
well,
me.
just because all the tokens were gone. Yeah, now they're
Yeah, I see everything now.
okay. So yeah, there will be Rainier. Will I mean it's a similar setup to most times. Rainier and Floon will be at one table. Davil and Yagra will be sat there. And yeah, you guys can approach either one. It sounds like Bees was gonna approach Rainier and Floon.
Rainier.
Yep.
Okay, I'll go with
Cool. Do you guys just straight up approach and sit down and
it. Yeah.
Rainier, Floon,
Wait.
are you always here?
Floon will be looking kind of offended. He says, "Me, no," and he'll like hiccup a little bit as he's clearly like drunk and it's pretty early. And Rainier says, "Unfortunately, after the event in the Dark Ward, we don't usually go to other bars."
Yeah, that's fair.
That makes sense. Okay. Well, do you mind if Gura and I have a seat?
Sure, go ahead. Rainier will invite you to sit there. Seems like Bolo isn't around at the moment.
I take Bolo's seat.
Yeah. Rainier will say, well, I'm happy you actually arrived here. I've been meaning to talk to you about something. Have you been contacted by anyone recently?
Define contacted by.
Well, friends of my father have been trying to contact me, and, well, I worry that it has something to do with that name I brought up earlier.
Oh, the thing we were talking about the other day.
Yes, just the other day.
I hope that would be a quinky dink, huh? No one's contacted me. I haven't spoken to anybody. I haven't received any missives. Not even from the shrine, which is a little bit tricky, but
What does that mean?
Oh, I usually get letters from home.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah, Rainier will sigh, and he will lean in a bit closer, kind of conspiratorially, and say, "To be honest, when they ousted my father, I was hoping that his shadow would leave the city for good, but it seems that he still has spies within his city, and they've been hounding me about that same name, Dalakar, supposedly a good friend of my father."
Bees is immediately taking out her notebook.
That look hard to say.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well,
they let
apparently
And you have no
this
idea.
Dalakar was issued a mission to retrieve that Stone of Galore, the thing we were captured over.
Yeah.
He'll motion towards Floon. Well, this Dalakar was afraid that the Zentarim and the Xanathar were close to catching up on him.
Actually,
Um,
hey, Beats.
Yeah.
Wouldn't that be valid enough reason for, say, if you're a Dalakar or one of his henchmen, you see some Zentrim and Xanathar fighting over something, you blow them up, right?
yeah. If
Oh no. We should have checked that gnome's pockets. Wasn't there like a twitchy gnome that had the stone?
Rainer, I'm pretty sure he's dead.
The gnome? Well, that definitely... So... Does that mean the stone is... It actually exists?
If it's a true thing, and yeah, Rainer, I suppose that does mean it exists. If he was, sorry, pardon me, your earlier question. Were you saying that someone was going to contact us that you knew about?
Well, supposedly those spies have been hounding me on my own allegiances, on people who could potentially help my father. I keep on iterating that I don't want anything to do with him anymore. I don't want to help at all. Supposedly, well, maybe if this stone existed, well, I was worried that they might try to contact you about getting the stone back to my father.
I have a question. What do these spies look like? Maybe they contacted us, but we, reacted poorly to them.
We do react poorly to many people. You're right to go.
Yeah.
Well, the spies come in very many sorts, but, I mean, if they didn't talk to you about my father, then I would assume that they didn't talk to you yet, or
maybe, but also, Bees and Torin kind of go for this kind of punch-first initiative.
Oh, that's not
They
fair,
might have tried and then got murdered.
That's not fair, Gur. I usually punch second.
It's true. Torin normally punches first.
Well, honestly, if you were to punch one of these spies, you'd be doing something that I don't have the guts to do, so...
I mean, put back a couple other beers and maybe you will. I'm just saying.
He'll laugh a little bit and
Rainer,
say,
you just-
unfortunately, my weapon is my tongue and not my, my sword.
Rainer, you just tell me who to punch and I'll punch him for you.
Well, that is awfully convenient.
It costs money.
Yeah, he seems to be, like, thinking over his enemies now. He's considering it.
When I'm not busy.
Well,
I mean,
has something happened? Did you come here for something? Usually, no offense, but you're not usually here to make conversation.
I'm wounded, Rainier. What if I just wanted to come talk to you? A handsome man? Yeah, I wanted to ask you to smell this thing.
What? Excuse me?
trust me, it's not as bad as it sounds.
Yes, alright. So, full disclosure, Rainier. There was an explosion today. Have you heard about it?
No, I haven't happened to.
There's a
Yeah,
gigantic fireball outside of our manor.
I mean, it did happen like a couple of minutes ago.
Oh.
I don't blame you.
My God.
I guess word doesn't travel excruciatingly fast, but yes, fireball, very big explosion, magical explosion, lots of fire, right outside our manor. It killed, perhaps just shy of a dozen people.
Rainier looks very, worried in multiple ways. Roll an insight check.
A few few civilians. Unfortunate, really. I got a 3 on my insight. Natural 20. Let's go,
Wait,
girl.
oh yeah.
A few civilians. A couple. We confirmed they were Zentrum agents, or am I making that up, Gur?
No. I think we confirmed there was Enter.
And a gnome, a
And a
stinky
gnome.
gnome. Been walking through.
Supposedly the gnome was being chased by the Zentrum.
Been walking through the sewers.
That line up. And Gur, you can tell he feels guilty as fuck. He's like, I
Oh.
basically killed these people by existing.
Oh no. Oh.
And, yeah, he's just, he looks quite worried. Well,
Hey,
none of you happen to be hurt, right?
no,
your
we're fine.
friends.
And hey, this isn't your fault. You're not responsible for another person blowing things up. Okay?
My damn father, always getting us into trouble. If he just ruled the city as he was meant to and not... Does this mean that the cache of dragons actually exists under the city? I don't know what to think.
Well.
Hey.
This
What?
Delacar gnome. I'm all for jumping to conclusions. I've been starved for something to do for the past week. I'm pretty sure that Delacar gnome was the gnome that got blown up, all things considered.
Well, if he happened to have the stone, you didn't find the stone, right?
No.
Oh, we didn't get a chance to go through his stuff.
It could be anywhere.
Yeah.
Now someone else has it, and
Specifically, Mr. Seth and Mr. What was his name again? He's a very nice man in general.
Barnabas.
That's the one. Very boisterous, very funny. It's kind of like
I've
Santa
heard of
Claus.
him.
If the late gnome had it on him, those investigators will sure find it, and then. Well, I guess it's not going to be safe. Nothing's ever safe in a guard's hands.
I mean,
Alright.
do you know Mr. Barnabas?
I haven't heard of him, but, well, if he's with the city, at least, well, whenever they get that cache of dragons, they can just give it back to the city and all will be well.
Keep saying that. The cache of dragons. What does that mean?
Well, supposedly the stone is meant to, well, find the cache of dragons that was hidden away by my father. I didn't believe it existed, or, well, maybe I'd be more willing to answer questions. I thought it was just rumors, and I frankly get irritated by my father's past creeping up on me, so I want nothing to do with it anymore, and, well, yes, that stone somehow finds a cache of untold amount of money under the city.
Wait a minute. I understand if you're uninterested because you think it's a rumor, but now that you know it's possibly real, but don't you think you should try?
Try to find the stone, or
Yeah.
well, if it's with the guards now, I won't be needing to do such a thing. But I mean, I will help in whichever way I can. But
Well, there are
Right.
a few hiccups. There's two persons were seen leaving that area. One to the north, a sort of puppet person and an automaton. Someone said that they saw this creature, this construct, throw something at the group that blew up the gnome or whatever. Then someone else saw another person stealing away to the south.
The presumed center, actually.
If I were to hazard a guess, I don't think that gnome has the stone. Someone else got to him first.
Ooh, interesting.
Well, help in any way I can. Should I approach the guard? And I also have, well, my own.
First things first. First things first. We need you to smell this necklace.
Okay.
Rainer, it smells. It smells pretty. It smells very. It smells very high class. Perhaps you can tell us where it might come from. Perhaps you have a noble's nose. And let's see. Necklace is currently on me. Ah, shoot. Do I flirt with him? No, I'll take it off.
You gotta do the lean. Aww.
No, I'll take it off and I'll get it.
Oh my. Okay. Yeah, he'll give it a sniff. I'll make a roll for him.
Not bad.
Well, I've interacted with very many nobles in my time, and I'm not exactly sure what this scent could be, but well,
That doesn't sound very useful.
I have a vague memory. Well,
You can do it, Rainer. You were so gung-ho about helping us just a moment ago.
Wait. Vague memory. Doesn't Krandren have that thing that can look into people's minds? Maybe it's a vague memory. Maybe Krandren can pull it out.
Hey.
I'm a kaleidoscope Krandren. Hey, Krandren, get over here. Need your help.
yeah.
Excuse me. Okay.
Yeah.
Sounds
Yeah,
important. So,
Rainier, if you don't mind, Krandren has a thing on his head that will help him see the thing that's in your head.
I wouldn't assume to know anything of what you're talking about, but go ahead.
Just go with it.
That's consent. Krandren, go for it.
Here,
okay,
I'll hold your hand.
using
Don't
the
worry.
helmet telepathy for casting detect thoughts.
Okay.
Keep the necklace under your nose, and he'll see if he can pick up an image or something.
Yeah, you get this, we get this, like, vague impression of different nobles that flit through, Rainier's mind, and, you land on one figure that you can give the description of, and he can, call, a woman, with this sleek black attire, this, like, hair that is kept back pretty tightly. Yeah, these fancy earrings, looking pretty snooty about things. And this is just one of the interactions. Like, Rainier meets so many people, and so many of the nobles just have to like have these kind of polite meetings amongst each other. But upon describing her, it is Yala Gralhoun.
Yala Gralhoun?
You say that out loud?
That's
Gralhoun.
Man, that's the name.
That last name. Wait,
Yala Gralhoun.
that
Yala
last name was in the one of those notes that we have.
He slams a notebook on the table, opens it to the place, and points at it triumphantly. Finally!
Yeah.
Finally!
A
A
connection.
lead that tells us to go somewhere!
I mean, I'm just saying, we've had a portal to another dimension in my back pocket this entire time.
I do still want to check that out, but we
We'll go
have
there.
other matters. But
We'll go there
I mean, I
after.
feel like we have stuff to do and also nothing to do, and we have a portal in my back pocket. Come on.
Whenever we
if
have...
we find ourselves, how about this? If we find ourselves under house arrest from some sort of investigation, let's open that thing up.
We have something to do now.
Mm.
Gar, I'm so happy.
Oh. Well, I'm glad you're happy at least.
I would watch out for that woman. I knew I had a bad emotional feeling about that smell.
Why is that? So,
Were you abused, Rainier?
Did she break your
Well-
heart?
That woman is poison. She is never trust anything she says. I don't know exactly what she's onto, but I think that she would go as far as to kill innocents with this fireball is...
Can
Well.
I look at Rainier's face and see if he has any kind of like twitches or something that would seem that maybe it's out of personal malice, or if the lady is actually bad?
Roll a insight check.
Look out, cause I got a 4.
Nice. 3 and a 4. Got good rolls.
There is like a slight bit of personal malice about it, where it's like it was like in some meeting he was trying to get something accomplished within the city, and she like undercut him in like getting votes in the other direction, and yeah, so they've had numerous kind of interactions that he is not happy about.
Hey, if it makes you feel any better, seeing how we're gonna have to interact with her, she's probably gonna get punched. At least once or twice.
Don't you worry,
Well.
Rainier. If we have to watch out for that woman, I am the kind of woman that she has to watch out for.
Does she have any abilities?
I don't
Yeah,
know what you
maybe
Magic
said.
user?
The ability to bleed when I stab her, that's a great ability.
Yeah,
Ooh,
he'll
I can
laugh
do
a
that
little
too.
bit. Well, if you do anything, don't get caught by the guards. I may be able to vouch for you, but only so far.
I am like a cat in the night, don't worry, Rainier.
I will do my best to be discreet.
I wouldn't suspect that she has any abilities, but, well, she has a bodyguard, which is quite menacing, to say the least.
What is this
Big
bodyguard
half-orc.
like?
I'll throw him out of the window, don't worry one bit.
You think
Well,
we could invite him to the yawning portal and then just throw him into the pit?
Well, Bees, you're really chomping at the bit on this. You're...
I'm bored!
Again, portal to another dimension in my back pocket.
I won't even ask about that.
Don't worry about it.
So,
Well.
Any description on this bodyguard?
Well, he doesn't talk much, and he's just there to look menacing, and he does the job. I don't think Yala is ever anywhere without that bodyguard.
I mean, here's the
Tagging
real
along.
question. Is the
Here is-
bodyguard bigger or smaller than Torin?
Yeah, Rainier will look back and say, well, don't tell Torin this, but maybe a few inches larger.
Eyebrow
Oh,
raise?
no.
Eyebrow raise?
Is this person also a Dragonborn?
No, a half-orc,
Half-orc.
or some such sort.
Wait.
Half-orc bodyguard. What's
Why
his
does-
name, Rainier?
And a kaleidoscope
The
over
name?
to Torin. Hey, yo, I heard there's a guy that's bigger than you. What do you think about that?
Is he here?
No, but we might have to fight him soon.
Does Torin remember anywhere in his memory an orc or a half orc that's taller than him that he's maybe come across before?
Yeah, 'cause you're like 6'8", aren't you?
Torin is 7.5 feet tall.
Oh my goodness. It's huge.
Roll a history check.
This wouldn't happen to be the bow and arrow
Nice.
orc, would it? The
Well, I would love to see, and he will say, Rabaz is his name. H-R-A-B-B-A.
word.
Rabaz. And, Torin, you haven't really seen half-orcs that are bigger than you, but there may be like ogre blood within them that takes them to a new height. So that might be what's going on there.
Okay.
Oh, what do you think? You excited for the chance?
Of course.
All right.
Hey DM, as this is all happening, I'm putting my hat out in a gesture to get some tips while I play my flute and tell some stories from my adventures.
Cool. Roll a performance check to see how much you
Yay.
get.
Rainier, you've been so helpful. I should make it a point to just come and talk to you more often.
Well, I'm glad that I could be helpful.
Aw.
Ooh. It shouldn't be
Oh,
below
no.
0 though.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's under.
It should be like a plus. Should be like a +5, isn't it?
Wait, performance.
Yeah, I think
performance
mine
is
is your
+5.
thing
Yeah,
selected.
sorry. Yeah, my bad.
So
What's your
+5, so
modifier?
it would be a 9.
It's +5.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So 9. You managed to get 10 gold actually.
Oh.
It seems like the people at the Yawning Portal are very rich for I mean, a lot of them are adventurers, so there is a lot of money to be made here. So,
10 gold, I take it. Awesome.
yeah, you play pretty decently. You feel like you can play better if given the chance, but it still gets attention. So, cool. Anything else people want to do there? Rainier will just say, I'm happy to actually be of help. I feel like so many questions have been unanswered and, well, vague until this point.
I know, right? That's so vague in this city. It's like there's no details anywhere.
I'm still confused about this automata, though.
Yes, is there anything that just comes to mind when we say that word?
Well, the only two places that I know of is the House of Gond and the Sea Maiden's Fair and the Dock Ward. Those displays of wonder, but didn't think that those puppets could do anything but, well, I don't think they can think for themselves, at least. I frankly don't know. I've never heard of such a creature.
Babu kind of thinks for himself. If you just leave him around, he does things.
Interesting. Well,
So we-
I'll leave you to it. I'm sure you've got a lot of punching to do amongst you. And
Rainier,
he'll
you
go
just,
back to drinking.
Thank you
You
for all
just-
your information.
You just tell me what you want, Rainier, and we'll get it.
Well, I'll have to think on that.
Also, take care of Floon. He doesn't look well.
Yeah, he looks like he needs
Oh.
a break or more water.
A lot more water.
Flynn will just be like, "You don't look well, ugly."
Oh, you don't want to do
What?
that.
Excuse me?
I'm sorry. Why'd I say that? I'm sorry. It's the drink.
I think you've had enough for today.
Yeah. Rainier will pat him like, it's too early for this. Why do I have to always take care of you?
Floon, count your lucky stars that I don't want to end your life right now, or you'd be under the table instead of drinking your way under the table.
I could be you in a fight anytime, any day of the
no.
week.
Oh,
You
no.
just
Oh,
call
no.
it.
You really
Alright.
couldn't, but
Hey.
I'll leave
I
that
think
there.
we just leave now. Let's leave now before he digs his grave even further.
You really could not. But not all things that are liquid are water. Please drink water specifically.
It doesn't taste good, but he'll start sipping the water.
Water is delicious, I promise. All right, excellent. Krandren. We have
All right.
excellent
Useful
information.
information. Yes.
I've written it all down. Don't worry.
All right. Where to now?
Well,
Um,
what are
Well, I guess we wait.
what
for,
are Ebyn and Grumbo up to
yeah, I
during all
guess-
this?
I guess we
Actually,
wait
Grumbo
for our
is
allies
drinking.
to finish.
Yeah, Grumbo said he was drinking. Ebyn, is there anything you'd like to do? You can just tag along or wait outside to go to the fair, or
Probably just be joining Grumbo. I don't have much business in the portal.
okay, cool. Yeah, Grumbo's got his plate of nachos.
But
Yeah, exactly.
is Davil present?
Davil is around. He is.
yeah.
We look over at Torin. What's he doing?
Torin's probably just sitting there with Davil talking, since Krandren got up like halfway through the conversation and walked over to you guys.
Whoops, sorry about that.
Yeah, so let me get.
A kaleidoscope over to Torin again. So how awkward is it just sort of sitting there with the guy?
We have other things to talk about, so it's not too bad.
Are you guys
I
like
have
friends?
some questions about some people I need to know about, like someone that's bigger than me.
That's true.
Bigger? Ah, impossible. Oh, well, might be a giant. You're quite big.
Wait, are you there?
Oh no, I was messaging him, so nobody else should have been able to hear that.
This.
Sorry.
Where? Let me get.
So these.
Davil was talking to a dwarf woman, and they were kind of I wouldn't say arguing, but they were talking about like different directions to take things. As Torin, you approach, Istrid will stay there unless you motion that you'd rather talk completely in private.
That's the money lending dwarf.
Yeah. Torin will probably be like, just motion in between him and Davil.
Yeah. Istrid will move to a different table after looking towards Davil, like kind of who is this with their eyes. But Davil will like brush her off and be like, we'll continue to converse later. Hello there, Torin. I would assume that you got your payment.
Yeah, I did. Thank you
Very
very
good.
much about that.
Torin will take a chair and he'll flip it around backwards and he'll sit down.
So,
You
Davil,
know who was causing these killings?
I believe we got him. We were escorting a whole bunch of workers, and some worms came up out of the ground, dealt with them, looked in the sewers, and there seemed to be a drow with his head cut open and his brain missing.
Well, that's definitely off-putting. He'll look over to Yagra, and there's this, like, roll an insight check.
Oh boy.
Was Krandren around for this point, or is this after Krandren got called over?
Oh, sure. Nice. Torin, did you bring Krandren over? Like, with,
Oh yeah.
you like motion for him? Okay, so Krandren, you sit down as well. And at the mention of Drow, the like conversation with eyes between Yagra and Davil are like, so we expected. Like this was, it seems like they both know that Drow are doing things in the city and they're thinking about it. Davil will say, well, who is this then?
This is one of my allies here. His name,
And Torin will like motion over to you because he doesn't know what name to use for you.
Checkmate.
My name is Krandren. It's a pleasure to make your formal acquaintance. I've heard a little bit about you previously.
I feel like I vaguely recognize your face. You don't happen to be with the guard.
No, I would not say that I am.
Well, even if you were, it wouldn't be any trouble with me. Well, frankly, I would like to get this trouble with the guard over with. I'm sick of them meddling in our affairs.
Well, it seems like your main issue is with the Xanathar Guild, no?
You'd think so, but the other Zentarim are a pain in my side, to be honest, and I'm tired of their squabbling amongst each other. If we could just unite the Zentarim under one banner, well,
It certainly would make things a little less chaotic. So, I'm a little confused then. Do you have any connection to the random killings that are going on in the streets? These battles that are causing countless people to get killed in the process?
I try to, as much as possible, avoid such things. It's bad for business. The other Zentarim are giving us a bad name by, well, I don't like the Xanathar, to be honest. I think that, well, their leader is insane, to be honest. They're, frankly, they will cause as much chaos as they can until they burn the whole of Waterdeep to the ground. But at the same time, well, we have to keep to our own, and that means working with the guards, at least to some extent. No need to reveal everything to them, but we shouldn't be starting fires we can't put out.
I believe we are of a like mind. Interesting.
So, do you have any questions or looking for work or anything else you need?
I have a couple questions for you. First question about this morning. Know anything about it? Heard anything?
I've heard vague rumors about some disaster in the North Ward. I don't know much of what happened.
Yes.
Giant
Some of your own
fireball.
some of your own seem to have been involved.
Well then, that complicates things. Roll an insight check. Both
Yeah.
of you.
Insight.
Both of you get that Davil is really trying to keep a straight demeanor of he is that pissed him off. He is very mad that this has happened, and now he's contemplating everything. So the guards are involved with this disaster, and Zentarim are dead amongst
Didn't
them.
have much of a choice in the matter. They did kind of swarm all over the place. Griffins involved as well.
They tend to do that. Okay, well, as far as knowing something, I frankly don't know what. Do you happen to know the cause of this? Does Zentarim cause this explosion?
We aren't sure. All I know is that there was a fireball that went off,
Well,
seemingly randomly in the middle of the street.
oh boy. Well, that definitely complicates things. I wish I could give you more information, but the other splintered organization of the Xanathar are keeping as, or of the Zentarim are keeping as hidden away from me as they are to everyone else.
Do you know anything about a mechanical man?
Mechanical man.
Apparently it was seen fleeing the scene of the crime.
Well, this is very classified information. If I tell you this, we're going to have to ally with each other. I'm not going to spread this information for someone who can double cross me at any moment.
If it makes you feel more comfortable, I can exchange some information with you.
Okay, well, what do you have? Is it on this blast?
Separate matter, actually. Let's hear what you have to say first.
Well, I have a very capable spy in my employ, and they've been investigating a building in the North Ward. A villa owned by the Growlhounds. I estimate that the Denterim are using it as a kind of base of some sort. I only know this because Denterim operatives have been seen going in and out of the place. I don't know much about the Growlhounds, but I know that they are quite scheming in their plots. I know that they're dangerous and equally liable to betray whatever alliances they have. They could easily turn color at any time, and well, I don't know what that means when it comes to all of this, but that is what I have.
Good to know.
Oh, speaking of Growlhounds, you know a particular bodyguard for Yala by any chance?
Yeah. Yagra will speak up. Well, I heard of Rabaz.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, he's frankly, well, a bit out of my league, and I wouldn't assume, but might be a bit out of yours as well.
Really now?
Yeah, supposedly he, well, he's employed under the Growlhounds for a bunch more money than you could ever think of making. Those nobles just throw it at him, and well, he's one of the toughest people I've ever seen. Snaps people in half like nothing.
Do you know where he hangs out by any chance? Or does he go off anywhere?
The thing, he's doesn't really talk much, doesn't hang out with anyone, doesn't go places. He's just by that lady's side like a lapdog. Well, kinda questionable.
So he
Don't know what
doesn't
they
go
did.
off anywhere on his own.
No, he's probably at that estate right now. I'd bet on it.
Do you know how people normally get in contact with him, or is it just more of a come across thing? Does it just happen?
Well, if Yala doesn't want you to fight him, you're not gonna fight him. Well, unless you just start it, but that's a conversation with one of those nobles.
Okay. All right. Do you have any more questions, Krandren?
Looking around the yawning portal, is there anyone from the Lord's Alliance there right now? Like, is Maloon there?
Probably not at the moment. You don't see either Maloon or Yalister.
Okay.
You could go to the Lord's Alliance building potentially, but
Let's see. So, no further questions, but as a token of good faith, information shared, it's I'll give you something that I know. Are you familiar with Maloon War Dragon of the Lord's Alliance?
Yes, I know of him. He usually talks to people here. I've actually had some dealings with him as well.
Interesting. Here's your information. He's a member of the Xanathar Guild, and he hired me to kill you.
Yeah, his eyes go wide. He tries to suppress some surprise. Tries to look cool about it, even though he just got blindsided. Well, that's definitely helpful. He grips his drink like tensely, like the glass strains a little bit. So
the Xanathar are insane. They try to hire me, and then they try to kill me. They're very clearly not people to work with. I trust people that... I at least have a better feeling for people that try to avoid conflict when possible. You strike me as someone I'd be more willing to work with.
I agree. Frankly, I think the same. I was not smart to judge you and your group as a bunch of brainless adventurers. You're clearly capable with dealing with numerous problems around here, and that's more than what can be said about the guards, especially in the dock district recently.
Yes. Well, at the very least, we have an accord.
Well, I'd be careful if you somehow get mixed up with the other Zentarim. I fear that they have more power behind them than that I'd expect them to have.
One more question before we leave.
Yeah.
How does that bodyguard fight?
From what I know, I think he uses a Morning Star. Let me see. Let me double check. A Morning Star.
It's not a bugbear's morning star, is it?
Twice the size. The size of 10 men.
So, how big is this guy?
Well, I would say he's probably, let's see. I mean, how tall are you?
We're in
Like
7.5 feet tall.
Okay. Yeah, he's probably like 8 feet or so.
Okay. All right. I don't have any more questions.
Well,
Got some
Torin,
stuff I want to go do.
seems like we've got a destination, potentially.
That we do.
I think you're up for a good fight.
Oh, yeah.
I'll give a nod to Davil, and till next time.
Yeah, he'll give a nod back, and he will motion towards Istrid after you leave, and they begin conversing very quickly amongst each other about ostensibly the stuff they just learned between each other. So, yeah.
Okay. So, that seemed to go pretty well, Torin.
He's not a bad guy. That's what. He's just a lot.
I'm honestly surprised how much I agree with him.
See, I knew you'd come around to him. Everybody seems come around to him.
Oh, I would still be careful. I don't know how much you should trust somebody like that, but either way, I trust them more than... At least I'd trust him more than anyone with the Xanathar.
True. Well, think Think we have a destination for tonight? Where to go to?
Sounds like a plan. Shall we possibly enjoy the festival while we're here?
Might as well, since we're here.
All right, let's meet up with the rest of the group.
Perfect. Gareth went to pee.
Oh, that urinating son of a gun.
What? Let's all take a break.
Hey, great idea. Be right back.
Let's come back at
You know-
like 5 minutes.
I'm getting some
That's-
tea.
It's a great
That sounds
idea.
good. Yep.
Full of good ideas.
8:35 p.m. That's when we're back. I'm gonna take a break too.
Ooh, a nice 8-minute one. I like it. See you guys.
Wait,
Shut up, Cameron. Just shut up.
I wasn't talking to you. Nobody was talking to you. Not one person. You make your tea, alright? Get out of here. Got a bad attitude.
Definitely excited to see this 8-foot tall loser.
I say we just blow his head off.
Sounds like a boss fight. Plus this puppet. It's
Dude, it's completely fine. Everybody has their own person to fight, okay? Like, even Badu, man.
oh yeah, Badu's got a rival.
Everything's
True.
a 1v1 now.
Basic.
Ain't no robot gonna be better than Badu.
just because the robot had a magical item for throwing a fireball. What else could he possibly have?
Exactly. Nothing. He's expanded all of his resources. He has nothing anymore. So of course this giant guy that's 8 feet tall has a morning star. Because why wouldn't he?
More
You gotta
Star's
get bombed.
badass. No, I wonder if this estate is the same one that, like, Ebyn and Krandren had noticed when we were looking for places to rob.
Sounds like a question for
Probably.
Gareth. It'd be one hell of a place to break into.
Okay, time for my bathroom break.
Okay, I am back. I don't know. We're missing people still.
I'm
I
back.
think it's the people that are muted.
Okay.
I'm back.
Same.
On.
Did anyone do anything
Well, never
cool while they
mind.
were gone?
I got tea, like I said.
Nobody asked you. Oh my god.
Oh my god.
Everybody knows you didn't do anything cool. Obviously, that was directed
Okay.
at everyone else.
Okay, dude.
Gosh.
I was like, no one did anything cool.
No,
Have myself a drink.
Hell yeah.
At least I don't have work tomorrow, so it's good.
That's
Nice.
right.
same. No funerals for me.
Nice.
Oh shit! I just realized as well. Holy fuck!
3-day weekend.
Steak Monday.
Steak Monday. Okay. Well, if we have everyone, Accel. Do we have an Accel?
I have no idea.
Oh no.
Do we
Jeez.
have our goof?
I'm back.
Okay. Cool.
I'm here.
Okay.
Nice.
cool.
We got everyone.
We're here.
Cool. So everyone can reconvene in front of the yawning portal, I guess. And is the plan to head down to the Sea Maiden's Fair, the carnival kind of thing in town?
Okay.
Yeah, sorry, I got.
Sounds like fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, while we're here.
Nice. Grumbo, make a Constitution save.
Will do.
Oh yeah, you were drinking.
How much did I drink?
Yes.
Probably a few bottles. I don't know.
A few bottles.
Tankers.
My God.
Whatever.
Grumbo the tank.
Okay. Yeah,
Yeah.
you're fine. You have done this too often.
Easy peasy.
One of these days.
Yeah. Your liver will kill you. What a way to go.
Grumbo.
Uh-huh.
It's the alcohol.
Yeah, exactly. Cool. So you guys make your way south, and as you reach the coast here, near shore, you see in a picture.
Giant pizza monster ravaging the seaside.
Yeah,
That
As you
freaking
do.
5,000
As you do.
worms.
Yeah.
Here's a picture of the Sea Maiden's Fair. You see a bunch of floats and different animals being brought around. There are different games going on, and they all kind of center around this dock right here. So as you kind of walking through this, taking in the sights, you can tell that there's two main ships that are docked here, which are the this is where everything is based out of. And there seems to be performers there and different crew and whatnot. You just see it up ahead.
Is there pony rides or carnival games?
Yeah,
or
there's-
face painting.
Yeah, there's the whole everything. The
Where do
little
we get tokens?
throw the ball and cup thing. It's a you pay as you go.
Alright. I'd like to play every game and get my face
Okay.
painted.
Roll a sleight of hand
Okay.
check. We're playing
Every game.
I'm pretty good.
Okay. You get one of those overly sized stuffed animals of
Right.
an owlbear.
Do I get my face painted?
Yeah,
Okay, how good does it look?
it depends. What do you want your face to look like?
I
Or do
want
you just say "fuck me up, fam"?
I want like a tiger. I want
Okay.
like a tiger.
Yeah. Okay, let's see how good it is. Ooh. It's a tiger. It's got the orange and the black, and you know.
It's like a
I rolled a 2. I rolled a 2.
Is anybody looking at him weird? Are there like other adult people doing all of these things?
Yeah, there are people.
Yeah.
There are people
Okay.
kind of
Carnival.
taking into the
Okay.
festivities.
You
all
know,
Wanted to
live a
make sure.
little. It's a holiday. You know,
Yeah.
celebrate.
Are tigers even a thing around here? It's a.
That's you know, it's exotic. That's
Yeah,
why-
you probably have to
that's why you
describe
did
it.
such a shit job
Yeah,
on it.
that's why it's so bad. You have to be like, it's like a orange cat with stripes, and he just like made them all
Oh,
vertical, like
It's
vertical
huge.
stripes across, the thing, like a
That's great.
barcode.
He's is totally looking for automatons.
You do not see any. You see some of the floats are mechanical, but you see. Roll a perception check as you're walking around here.
Yo, with my +1 perception, look out.
Boy,
Hey, better than mine.
get shit on.
6.
Nice.
What you can tell, there seems to be a boat further in the Great Harbor, which looks similar to these two boats here. And you can tell that there are two different types of people on the boat: the crew and the performers, and they're very distinct. But yeah, that's just generally what you get. Other than that, you
Hey.
you don't see any like robot walking around.
There's no one here.
Can I see any of my kids hanging around?
Sure, roll a perception. They would probably not go to the fair. I mean, this often. The thing is here like every day, so it's not like a one-time event. So
Yeah. I just wanted to know if Benny was there because we were working on like one of the floats or something, right?
yeah. You do see the jellyfish float that you worked on though.
All right.
And it's all repaired and looking pretty good.
Nice.
Nice. Look at you being good people for the community.
Yeah. I mean, we got paid, but you know, yeah.
Well, you can potentially talk to there's like a booth in the like on the dock there.
Yeah.
That it's like basically administrative kind of like if you have
Yeah.
complaints or something like that, or any other business to talk about.
I'll go over there, just ask how things are going. Like, hey, me and my son helped work on that float. I just wanted to check up on you on things.
Oh, you did there? There's a man with an eye patch, a cartoony pirate, as most of these like pirates look like. And they say, "Oh, fine job," and we'll look up at the jellyfish up there.
Yeah.
There anything you need to need this day? Customer service and all.
We're looking for some automatons.
Oh, automaton. Oh, I believe Zardoz may have one of those or two.
Wait, which way is that?
Oh, and he will point out towards the harbor. He's on the eye catcher over there.
Mm.
You could
Thank you very
potentially
much.
meet him. I believe that. Well, he's quite open to talking to fans, if you will.
Oh, I'm very much a fan. I want to. I love seeing all this craftsmanship. So wonderful. By the way, what's your name?
Gervy. My name's Gervy.
Yep.
He will give you a big handshake.
Your name is Scurvy.
Kirby's my favorite person so far.
It's kind of like Ronald McDonald, where you kind of take up the name.
Got it. I'm 312 years old. I was asking for your actual name, but I'll take it.
Yeah, I just work here.
All right. You like working here? They pay well?
It's pretty good. Well, yeah, it's a pretty fine job. Sometimes the people get a bit much. Get some people complaining. Someone falls off some kind of ride or whatnot.
I was about to say, how much vomit do you guys have to clean up?
Quite a bit.
Hmm,
Too much.
too much. Yeah. But it's part of the experience.
You know, it's a balancing act. Do you make the rides more fun, or do you make people vomit and potentially get hurt? And Zardoz, I guess, goes for the latter.
Yeah, people know what they're getting into.
That's what I see. He will talk to someone else, and they will relay a message. And anyone who wants to can potentially go aboard the eye catcher as a boat comes out there.
I don't want to go on the boat. I'll stay here and take a look at this map and try to check, where things are and look at where our next destination might be.
Hey Dan, what's the star catcher? What did you just mention?
So the eye catcher is the boat that is out in the harbor, and then
Some might say it catches your eye.
yeah, the Heartbreaker and the Hellraiser are the two ships that are just docked there.
Hellraiser.
Yeah.
It raises
Oh, V's,
the
are you
head.
sure you don't want to come onto the boat with us?
I'm sure.
But this might be some of the action that you were looking for.
How steady does the book look? The boat. The boat.
Well, they have to bring out a dinghy to bring you across. I mean, it looks pretty sturdy. Let's see here. How sturdy is it?
Is it like swing? Or...
Yeah. The harbor has some waves going, so it kind of rocks back and forth quite a bit. But yeah.
There's like this longing look in Visa's eyes, like she really wants to go, but then she says, "No, I think I'll pass." There's a map here that he's looking at.
Oh, V's, are you afraid of the water?
No, I'm
Yeah, I
not
was gonna say,
afraid of the
insight.
water. Afraid of getting sick
Can
on
I-
the
can
water.
Can I insight?
Sure.
Yeah. 22.
Oh,
She's
yeah.
she's not afraid of the water. She's afraid of getting sick on the water.
Oh, come on, V's. What if there's a big fight and you end up missing it?
You know,
Why would there be a big fight on the boat?
Why would we?
Yeah,
have to
that's
fight
where the
these people?
automatons come from. If there's automatons out there, it's very likely they're part of whatever's going on.
They're pirate automatons? This is
Pirate
terrifying.
automatons! We just met a guy named Scurvy. Come on,
That
this is
sounds
perfect.
That was he worked here. That was a fake name.
I
Still
start
here.
don't know
running.
that.
I start sprinting over boats. I'm excited about boats. I want to learn more about them. I'm like a little kid running towards it.
See, that's the attitude we should all be having.
I'm gonna hang out on land too.
Yeah, same. I'm terrified.
All
of the
right.
water.
I'm
Oh my
joining.
goodness. Thank you, somewhat at least.
No,
I'll
Ebyn's
watch
gonna
from
stay on the
dock.
ground.
I'll watch from the dock. I'll wave everybody on.
All right, when things start blowing up in there, you guys are gonna miss it.
Well,
be okay.
Be sure
Yeah,
to
we
hurry
will-
back when things start blowing up.
when things start blowing up, we won't be the ones on a sinkable boat.
Us
The
kobolds are meant,
Good to know
us
you're
kobolds
looking
are
out
meant to
for
be
us.
underground.
I mean, under a boat is kind of underground.
No, it's not.
All right.
You guys have fun on your boat out there. I'm gonna stay where I don't drown.
I agree.
I go where the information is. Let's go.
All right. Me, Krandren, and Mr. Goof. And Badu.
Just the four of us.
Visa's like already holding her stomach with a pained look on her face.
Yeah, Badu steps on the boat and then creaks a little with the
Oh,
heaviness. But
Yeah, that's scary.
yeah, you guys make it out to the eye catcher, which is extremely fancy and gaudy, as it has all this like metal trim on it. This big figurehead at the end of the boat, of a dragon, and
Oh, you
yeah,
see, these
so-
would have loved the dragon. Oh.
yeah, the sailors that are rowing, like everyone is singing like all the time, like little performances, and then they do the row your boat on the way to the eye catcher. So it's quite a thing, as everything's pretty ridiculous.
I'm having the best day of my life right now.
Uh-huh.
I'm tapping my foot. I'm just grin ear to ear like a little kid in Disney.
Yeah.
This brings back memories.
So you guys climb aboard the eye catcher, and you are led into a dining cabin. And it is bedecked in golden filigree. There's purple curtains, these silk tassels coming off of them. The wood paneling is scented with perfume. There's this magnificent feast laid out on golden platters, sprawled atop a mahogany table of exquisite craftsmanship. Standing behind it all, with a wine glass in hand, is a well-built, scantily clad man. His scarlet apparel, designed and accented with his trim figure, and he's got this bountiful chest hair and a flashy rapier hanging at his side. And he will say, "Welcome aboard the Eye Catcher. Jod at your service." And he will give a big bow. He will say, "So what brings you here?"
What's his name, by
It's
the
It's
way?
a big sim. Zardoz? Zardoz?
Zard.
We should really go to
Guys.
these festivals more often. They're really happy.
Hold on.
God. A lot of
Name
Z's.
Stardust. We'll talk about this later.
Oh,
We're-
Zord.
It looks like a stripper.
He kind of does.
Jesus.
You guys are on the party boat.
I mean, you guys could have been on it.
Later. I don't want to distract, but okay, go on.
The dominoes.
I'm listening.
Well, first of all, huge fan. Love your your handiwork.
Yeah, he will give like his hands clasped in praise, like thank you. And he will say, "Frankly, it's all of you of Waterdeep that I love seeing every day. That brings a smile to my eye."
Oh, well, that's delightful. Me and my kids come every year to these festivals, at least once during the month. Normally we do like every weekend when you guys are here. Fun stuff. Love it all.
Yes, every fall I love traveling over here. Quite a sight, Waterdeep.
Yes, it's a beautiful city sometimes. Other times, not so much. Surely you've heard about the gangs and the murders and all the stuff.
Well, frankly, I just try to distract people from such things.
That's an honorable thing to do. With all the hard troubles, it's a good distraction.
What kind of distractions do you?
Oh, well, we have creatures
Then
of
you're
all
leisure.
types, multiple floats, and different parades that go around, different games and whatnot.
Speaking of which, you wouldn't have happened to have any automatons around here, would you?
He'll think for a second and say, "Oh, yes, I happen to. Why are you concerned about the mechanics of it? Some people get kind of iffy about such things."
Not concerned, more intrigued. I have an automaton here myself. This is Badu. Say hello, Badu. Yeah, that's as good as I got.
Nice to meet you. Yeah, he will shake, but basically he'll move his arm on this Badu's like hands, and the hands won't really move.
Mhm.
Yeah. Oh,
Uh,
that's an interesting one.
Yeah, he might be one of yours. I'm not sure. I kind of got him off of a trade from a junkyard.
Oh,
But anyways,
I purchased mine from a Lantanese wizard. So,
oh,
Oh,
yes, it was a,
Lanthony's wizard.
yes, a little while ago, uh, those wizards have quite the way of bringing life to things that maybe shouldn't have in the first place.
so do you come
They're
up with
quite
the
useful.
shell and they give it life?
Well, supposedly that they found these creatures, or if you want to call them creatures, and had to simply spark the life back into them. I don't profess to know too much about him, but he will clap his hands, and two nimble rights will come out, and they will fill everyone's drink if anyone's drinking. Zardoz
Yeah.
has definitely got a bunch of wine.
Ooh, fancy.
I don't think I've ever seen one of those before. So
Are quite amazing. They simply do what you tell them to, and there isn't much else to them. He'll like kind of knock on their head a little bit, and you hear this empty sound to it.
is there an actual life to them, or is that a figure of speech?
Oh, I was told that they're simply like puppets. You tell them what to do, and they do it. It's quite
Puppet.
amazing.
I grab the
So-
beer or the alcohol and just chug it
Uh huh. Nice.
Oh, Mr. Boo.
and ask for another one.
Yeah. He'll say, "Check out this," and he'll make a motion towards the nimble right, and like the fingertip of one of the fingers will like pop up, and liquid wine will like pour out of the fingertip.
Oh,
Have that
I
installed
want one of
myself.
these.
I could suggest some upgrades for Badu.
Oh, I'm already taking notes. Like, oh, I didn't even think about that. Oh my goodness. Anyways, so did they only take orders from you? Is there some kind of contract you have to make with the wizard for them to listen to you, or do they just listen to anybody?
I don't profess to know such things, but whenever I give them orders, they listen. They don't seem to take too well from orders from other people, but well, I take good care of them as much as I can, keep them in good repairs. Having
Hey.
all these floats, we have to repair the floats, so I have quite the repair team on hand.
Oh, I'm well aware. I help repair one of the more troublesome floats with my son during the week.
Oh.
You may know him. His name is Benold.
Oh, yes, I remember contracting him. Just
Yeah.
too much work, especially before the Day of Wonders. We had to get that float up and running in time.
Yeah.
Hey, I must ask, have you seen anything peculiar coming out of the sewers lately?
Out of the sewers. I travel around with parade at times, and I know to keep away from different parts of the city. I haven't seen anything too untowards, but we keep to ourselves for the most part. Try to not get into trouble.
Sorry to go back on this. Those wizards that you mentioned, what were their names again? The wizards of what?
They're Lantanese.
Erlantanese?
Lantanese. Lantanese.
I was close with my spelling.
And that means they are from. Let me get the name of the place.
trying to get all that lore out of you.
Yeah.
The deep lore.
The deep knowledge.
Are these the two robots that we
Oh.
can see?
So, place is called Lantern.
Lantern Wizard.
Yeah, so you're Lanternese if you're from Lantern, I guess.
How interesting. They must
I
be
don't-
very rare. How many of these do you have?
I've got 3 at the moment.
3. There's only 2 here. Who's the third one?
Where's the third?
Well, the third one's up towards the audiences. They work within one of the boats there.
Oh, God.
Can I persuade him to show us? Third one?
Sure.
We can see it.
Roll a persuasion check.
Just to make sure, you're the only one that can control them, right?
Yes, I don't think they ever leave the docks. We would know if such a thing would happen. They're carefully kept, and overnight they stay on the ship, sleeping more or less.
Hmm.
I can, well, as you're leaving, I can have my crew definitely show you the last one if you need to see such things.
It's truly fascinating. I'm sure, Gur, you can get plenty of notes on the craftsmanship. So.
Oh, absolutely. Give me a second here. I'm kind of doing some doodles right now. Is
Where else
there
have you
any other
traveled,
questions?
Zardoz? So,
What'd you say?
I was just asking, where else have you traveled, Zardoz?
Well, I've traveled all over the place, but we're based in Luskan. Not sure how much you know about such a place, but it is known for its heading of captains. Captains have run this port city. More or less pirates, if you think about it that way, but it can be a pretty cutthroat business to be in, but pays well enough.
But it seems you just have fun spreading joy wherever you go. Huh? So.
Yes, it's lucrative. It pays for this, and he'll motion towards the room in general.
So it's for the business then.
Well, most of it is for the business. I like to keep a big portion for myself. Got to have entertainment some way or another.
Yes, we all do what we can to survive.
Ooh, by the way, do you do maintenance on these robots by yourself, or do you have a crew that does maintenance on them?
Well, I have a crew. I wouldn't profess to know anything about these creatures.
Oh, that's my bad. I thought you were like a designer kind of person. You're just more like the ringmaster, let's say, of the circus.
Yes, something of the sort.
Oh, okay. So who's the engineer? You know, the tinkerer, the machiner.
Well, I have some gnomes who know such things about these contraptions, but, well, they usually focus on repairs.
Okay.
It'd be good to exchange notes.
I'm a kaleidoscope over to Krandren. Yo, did this guy not seem super sketchy to you?
Yeah.
That's why I was asking those questions.
I'm pretty sure he's the only one who can control these robots, and one of those robots did indeed blow up a bunch of people.
What if I asked individually for a beer, and he gives it to me. Would that be proof enough that these things can be controlled by something, not only by this guy?
I mean, maybe.
Hey, you robot, Autobot, whatever your name is, have me a beer.
Autobot.
Yeah, they don't seem to react.
Oh, okay, fine. I guess no more freebies.
I think it might be good to just compare notes with these other gnomes. An exchange of information could be beneficial to everyone.
That's true. It could be very beneficial.
I'm sure if Gur were to speak to your engineers, then perhaps they can make some enhancements on your mechanical friends.
I am quite the
Go
tinkerer.
ahead.
Would you allow me to look through them? See if there's anything I can already improve upon?
Oh, go ahead. I wouldn't mind.
Alright. I kind of want to pop one of these things open and see what's inside.
Cool. Roll. I think it would be either investigation or arcana.
If I do investigation, do I get advantage because of the glasses?
Yeah, I'd say
Or
so.
is that not?
If
Okay.
not, I can assist you. So,
Ooh, if you're gonna assist me, then I'm gonna do arcana. But I don't know. Yeah, sure. Arcana with advantage. 11.
19.
Yeah.
There's something that reminds you of Badu, that reminds you of your cog world, the Mechanist. There's something strangely, like, even though they're mechanical, they have, they're so intricate that it's hard to diagnose.
I
how
mean, my
they
question
work,
is,
really.
I want to specifically see if there's something tying, like some kind of magical item inside of them that's tying them to this guy.
Yeah.
Because I know Badu's got like a crystal thing inside of him that was like enchanted to me by a wizard.
Robot, the unaccounted robot. Maybe we can.
Yeah.
is there
Seems like-
anything on Zardoz's possession, maybe that he's like, talking into or holding onto when he's
what?
when he's giving orders, like asking them to pour the drinks, or is he
Yeah.
just snapping his fingers, or is he holding a remote? But
There is no such thing as, like, there is no item which seems to attach him, attach these things in this way.
okay, so nothing physical.
They seem emotionless. They just seem to do what they're told. They're made of like a lightweight something that seems like wood. Like, they're pretty flimsy, like, to some extent. Like, they're made out of pretty light substance.
No magic. Some magic.
Yeah, it's hard to
Yeah.
tell what makes them run. In the same way as Badu, it's kind of hard to tell what makes them run. Yeah.
All right.
But they don't have that core of power that Badu has.
And these were given life by wizards, you said.
Supposedly, I just bought them when they were already walking around.
And where
I was
would you
told
get
that
one
they
of
could-
these?
Well, I would tell you the wizard, but I frankly don't remember his name. He was selling these things, and they seemed useful.
You mentioned Anthony's.
Yes.
I guess
Where would you
I'm
find
gonna.
Anthony's wizard?
Well, now that I think of it, you could potentially go to the Temple of Gond. I think I remember that hearing that they have a nimble right as well. If you're looking around the city for nimble rights, I don't know why you'd do such a thing, but might be useful.
Yeah, I'm gonna use my Tinker's tools and just sort of do any general repair on this Tinkerite that I can.
Cool. Roll a intelligence, or use the tinker tools and roll it with intelligence.
Okay. Tinker tools. Ooh.
Well, you do a decent enough job. These are they're pretty confusing, but you can at least make sure that everything's like seems like it is more flexible and more movable and whatnot. Make sure that everything's like you basically have some oil and you repair Badu with that, and you do a similar thing to what you do with Badu. And Zardoz doesn't stop you in any way. He looks interested.
Well, that's all I can really do for now. Maybe come by the shop and see if we can do some upgrades. Maybe we can have multiple dispensers within them at the same time, multiple kind of cocktail combination.
That seems interesting. I like you. My gnomes never bring these things forward, these ideas. They're usually just take orders and do repairs, and frankly gets boring. If anything, I want to keep things interesting.
I keep things interesting. Keep things really interesting. My son Cypher can set some really fun fireworks on these things.
Ooh.
Make him give a real good show.
I might have to think about employing your family again. If you're
anytime. We're just over in the dock ward. One man's trash.
Oh, I think I know the place.
Yeah, come visit anytime.
Yeah, he seems interested, and if there's nothing else, the crew will bring you back to shore.
What song did they sing when we go back to shore?
They sing "Row, row, row your boat," but in reverse, and they row backwards.
It's infernal. It's like,
Got it. Gotta say, that's quite the show. Silver for all of you.
Okay, so Mr. Goof, Gur, and Krandren roll perception checks.
Really wish I had better perception.
Same.
Ooh.
Ooh.
Come on.
Ooh. Come on,
Hey,
Mr. Goof.
there we go.
Mr. Goof.
Mr. Goof, being as far traveled as you are, you notice something. You notice two things. All the crew members, like the bodyguards, like not the performers, the actual like sailors, which are mainly on the Eye Catcher, like the big ship. All of them are male, and they have like a slight elvish accent. So that's two things you notice.
Notice they're all male. Okay. Alright.
Yeah, it's not. I mean, it's not too noteworthy, but it's something there.
Okay.
Everyone. They will also show you. There will be a gnome that will show you the final nimble right. And it's in the Hellraiser. It seems like one of the boats is mainly for repairs, and one of them is mainly for storage. I believe, so the one with the storage, there will be a gnome there, and they'll walk you through how there is basically this, like more or less a coffin that, like they like plug them in more or less like overnight, They don't actually get power from it, but they are kept in there, and that they these gnomes even have like logs of that their nimble rights were kept in, like they were noted to be in the coffins each of these days. Like there, according to the notes, there's no chance that they could have done this fireball thing, but it's up to you whether you believe that or not.
Let me just inspect this last nimble, right? Just out of curiosity. This time I want to check the exterior of it specifically, see if it has like any particular markings or anything that would show that it's been outside of where they say it's been.
Yeah, roll a I mean that could be perception or investigation, either one. And you'll get advantage.
Investigation it is.
Yeah. Yeah, they look really pristine, like no scuff marks from like jumping up from like building to building or something like that. They've all three of them have looked quite pristine. No like smudge marks or smoke damage from a fireball. So
right.
That it.
Yeah. But you all can regroup after that.
Yeah.
I run up to V and tell her about it. All giggly and tell him tell her that that's the best gay cruise I've ever been at.
Best gay cruise.
I'm sorry. What? That sounds like an excellent time aboard. I do wish I could have gone, but whatever.
It was a lot of fun. I feel like we're barking up the wrong tree, though. Took a good look at those automatons. They seem pretty clean. Way too clean to be jumping off buildings or shooting fireballs.
Yeah.
We could always sink the boat anyways, just in case. Why take the risk, is what I say.
I feel like I got a good... If anything, I've got a good business partner thing going on here. I'd rather you not burn him down.
Why? What better way to solve terrorism than more terrorism? Of course.
Precisely.
But seriously, at least, Gur, you got a chance to get a good look at those things.
Yeah, it was very interesting. I don't think it was what we're looking for. Also, I don't really know how he's connected to them. Similar-ish.
Puppet people. They look pretty puppet-like.
But they're also way too pristine to be able to go out and to come back. It shows some kind of mark, some kind of sign.
There was mention of another nimble ride at the Temple of Gond.
Yeah, I feel like that's our best bet if we're gonna keep looking. Don't keep your suspicions off the guy, for sure. He was kind of shifty.
Well, yes, he was... He even admitted to us that he was from a pirate city, so...
Yeah, I mean, it kind of shows everywhere. There's a guy named Scurvy.
It seems to be a little more than just branding, let's put it that way.
But at least they don't seem harmful. If anything, it's maybe they really are just, a traveling event. Anyways, nothing to punch here.
While we're leaving, could Krandren at least look around to see if there's any activity near the sewers?
Sure. Yeah. Either investigation or perception.
Definitely going investigation there. Perception keeps failing me. 16.
Doesn't seem like it. Just like if there are people like around there, the like sewer entrances or
yeah, like going in and out, stuff like that.
It seems like not in this portion, like, of the city at all. Like maybe when you were escorting the dung sweepers, there were a little bit more, like, questionable people hanging around there. But this seems like actually one of the nicest places on the Dockward. And there aren't really associations with like the sewers or like gangs hanging out by them,
See,
or anything like that.
it might still be good to keep an eye out for that drow that I ran into. Dabble may have paid us, but I don't like leaving loose ends.
All right.
Is there anything else you'd like to do? It's probably just after noon now.
Afternoon.
Yeah, so if there's anything else you guys want to do,
Where is
in
the
the
House
evening.
of Gond?
Templegon.
Temple of Gond, yeah.
yeah, so I believe the House of Inspired Hands.
Oh, the
is-
House of Inspired Hands, yeah. Is that the
yeah,
same
they're
thing?
like interchangeable.
Oh, okay, yeah. I know what that one is.
Yeah.
I'll probably detour on the way if we're headed back to the house. I want to go by the library or the Force Gray. Right?
Horse Gray, the Black Staff.
Yeah, I wanted. Our magic items are about to run out, I think.
Yeah, if anyone wants to exchange them, now wouldn't be a bad time. It's kind of along the way, so
Yeah.
you could either do it now or basically you could between sessions.
That's kind of what I figured we were about
Yeah.
to be doing, anyways.
Yeah, so this
Definitely
is
want to
the
hold on to mine. Yep, sticking
straight
with
out.
that.
Yeah, you can just recheck it out if you want the same thing.
Sweet.
Yeah, I
Um,
want to.
And Mr. Goof, now that you're associated with this group, you can potentially take a uncommon item, similar to your loot. Just message me what it is. You get to check it out. It's like a library of magic items, so they will allow you in.
Is there a list, or I just message you the uncommon item?
Yeah, there's a list online, but
In
yeah, we'll
the
get
chat, there
that.
should be a dungeon link, but
Yeah, we'll find that. But anyway, yeah, they also Grumbo teaches you how to go through the gate that you didn't go through earlier. Just how once you go through, everyone appears. But you guys head up to the House of Inspired Hands. Do you guys want to continue that, or is that a good place to stop?
It's probably a good place to stop.
Yeah,
I feel
we're
like
almost
it's
Yeah.
longer than 10 minutes, yeah.
Cool. Yeah, that will be where we pick up next time.
Oh,
Cool.
yeah.
Yeah, hope you guys had fun with that session. Actual information being obtained.
Yeah,
Lots of realizations.
yes.
we're on a
So-
path.
Multiple leads.
I'm really just excited that we're not guarding poop.
Yeah.
Yeah, poop watch being
Finally.
over is nice.
I think that's the real
Yes.
win here.
Yeah. Now I have to think of a way. Ooh, in the next campaign, I gotta have a joke poop watch 3.
Oh no.
My God. Cool. Well. Yeah.
So, Gareth, I have to ask now that the session's over.
Yeah.
Did you have any inspiration from for that pirate captain there?
It's actually
Sean Connery?
It's in canon that it's meant to be inspired by Sean Connery. So
Wait, like Zardoz from the
Yeah.
movie Zardoz?
that's what I was wondering, if it was like a direct reference. Yeah, that's actually like art. You can see
Yeah.
like portrait.
Yeah, he's got the like the thing on his chest, and
Uh-huh.
he's got the hairy
funny.
chest. It's uncanny.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Zardoz. So yeah,
Hell of a
What a
movie
goof.
if anyone hasn't seen it. It's a
I have not seen it. That seems insane. What the
Yeah.
fuck? Oh boy.
This might be a little metagamey, but how close are we to level 4?
I will
Nowhere
say
near it.
after. I mean, you guys know at this point. After the villa, whatever you choose to do at the Growlhund place will be level 4.
Oh,
So,
so we're going to ground.
if you guys, yeah, exactly. If you guys go there, then
We're approaching that.
Well, if level 4 is there, we're going there.
yeah, you guys already seem like you're heading towards that direction. So
Yeah,
whenever that,
that's the night, right?
Feels like we picked
Like
up
not-
the scent, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, we literally picked up the scent.